Podcast with your host, Clinton Washington, and your co-host, DeAngelo Gillespie. Let's go.
Yo, once again, this is 2 Cent the Podcast, and I am your favorite uncle. Uncle Clint is in the house, and as usual, well, not as usual, I have with me the man formerly known as Mr. Single out here in the streets,
That's
Mr. DeAngelo Gillespie. And man, it's the season.
The season for what?
Man, we in autumn season.
Is it?
Yeah, we in autumn season.
Yeah.
Amen. Enjoying a little bit of rain. The leaves are changing on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of change going on. Wouldn't you say?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, my credit score look about the same as that shit looked before.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
not sure.
you know what?
You said there's a lot of change going on. What's going on out
A
here?
lot of changes going on. Mr. Formerly Single out here in these streets
Well, you know, man.
is out here doing this thing, you know.
Hey, man, when I was a child, I indulged in childish things. When I left childhood behind, I stopped indulging in things of a child. I started to walk like a man, talk like not this fucking. What I meant to say was, man. So change is good for everybody. That's what Tupac said, right?
Hey, we done went from drinking Hennessy to drinking Douce on the show now,
Hey man, listen, man.
I've
I've been
plug.
upgraded. I've been upgraded.
Okay,
I've been
somebody
upgraded.
upgraded him. That's
I'm
what
out
I'm
these streets.
talking about.
I'm out these streets.
Out these streets. That's
Y'all see me, ladies. Don't speak directly to me. Talk to my people. Get to me.
Lord.
Email. Get me.
oh Lord.
I was about to say get in my DMs. Don't do that. and
Please,
get me in trouble.
we don't need no problems.
First of all, this is the first time I've ever had a relationship where a woman has not went through my phone without me asking her to hand it to me or something like that. It's the first time, and I'm pretty old. Nobody that went through your phone, Clint? That's not what y'all do over there?
No, we don't do that.
Oh, when you married?
Yeah.
When you were single, did women go through your phone?
I haven't been single in so long. I'm not sure cell phones was out during that time period.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you now. When I say go through your phone, I don't necessarily. I take that back. I almost lied on myself. I was gonna say I don't want to say they went through my phone, but they did.
You know what? I remember that. I remember that now. Oh,
I was telling you the story
yeah. That was
about
shame.
story.
That wasn't even dating. That was like just a
man,
formal meet and greet, and she went straight to the phone.
Damn, I forgot about that.
You forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That was like, wasn't no relationship.
I don't even
going
know
on.
if it's okay to tell those kind of stories anymore now that I'm seeing somebody, but I will tell you.
Listen.
I met a young lady, and long time ago, a lot of years ago, at least 25. And
as they say, a day to the Lord is like 7 years.
Man.
But I don't think that'll count in your case. So,
I invited.
let's less than a year ago.
It's a long time ago. So I invited the nice young lady over. I thought we were having a fantastic time. We're drinking, talking, having a good time. I got up and went to the bathroom. When I came back, she was asking me questions about who was texting me. Dog, this was the first date. I'm talking about from nowhere, from nobody. I don't know her from nothing. I was like, damn. And I said, damn, I was like, God, I got to send you home now.
Let me ask you something.
Damn.
Speaking of that first date, how did you feel comfortable enough to invite this person into your home?
I used to try to fill them out, man. Try to make sure, sometimes you can try to fill them out, man. You can see what they got to lose, see if they, they got their own job, own things that, it's somebody I can call on them. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not answering my question.
She was a nice person.
Okay, but what made you feel comfortable enough to invite this? Because, I can...
She was a nice person. I thought she was nice.
I can also remember on an occasion where you had to kick a young lady out.
Oh, hold on. You're not finna do that shit in here. Wait, hold on. We're not finna do that. Man, hey, welcome to season 3. We're not finna tell fucking stories.
Hey, this is 2 Cent the Podcast, season 3, where we tell the truth.
Oh, dog.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I said I was finna go through one story of a young lady got kicked out of me. You like, and then this other time. No.
It's called complete transparency.
First of all, let me tell you something. I haven't been this honest with somebody in a long time. You know the thing about getting older and being honest, you start being even more honest because it's like, what you gonna do? Leave? Shit, I was fucking single last week. What you gonna do? Go? What you gonna do? Fuck around and not pay one of these bills around here? Exactly. Because when you really start to think about what's scary about being single, not much. Not much. Unless,
okay, all right. Nothing is scary about being single. So why not stay single?
Because it's
was it just a trans?
Nah, first of all, sometimes
this is just a transition.
Nah, sometimes you meet people, and to be honest with you, sometimes you meet people and you can't just leave that shit alone like that. Like sometimes you meet people and they so dope, it's like if you leave them out there and then you see somebody else with them, you gonna want to kick this nigga in the head or something.
So okay, all right. So
well, you honestly,
listen. You walk down this road, so we gonna address it.
What's up?
Now, when you say you don't want to see him with anybody else,
I don't want to say that. That shit sounds toxic.
Let's clean that up.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to see her with nobody else. I just rather see her with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was dope. She was dope. She was real dope. She was dope from the beginning. Like, it's like sometimes you meet people or some shit happen and you like, this is dope, man. Like, I didn't see this shit coming. Like, it's like going to your favorite restaurant, right? And now they got shrimp.
No. Let me give you an
no, just
analogy.
fucking around.
You got a package of Chip Ahoy cookies, right? You got a package of Chip Ahoy cookies, and there's 2 rows of Chip Ahoy cookies, and on each row there's multiple different cookies.
Listen, I don't want my fat ass to talk about no cookies. Listen,
but wait, hold on. But now you're down to eating a Mrs. Fields single pack of cookies.
I am not about to reduce my woman to a cookie. Listen, man. The truth of the matter is, man.
No. Wait, I need you to.
I'm telling you.
Okay, but I need you to answer this question.
I was not willing to.
Okay, but what would make this person so dope that you would give up the family pack of Chip Ahoy cookies or Oreos or whatever to eat just a single pack of cookies?
To be honest, for me,
yeah,
because I spent a lot of my life making that single pack of cookies, making something like this. This cookie was probably chocolate. This one was strawberry because I like strawberry sometimes too. This one had like some walnuts in it, so I like that too. So maybe I like variety, or maybe like this person did this for me, or this person, maybe she was trash in bed, but she was really, really good or fun hanging out. Or maybe this person, hey man, maybe that light bill was coming in late sometime, and I needed somebody to help me with that. So like in my past life, everybody played a position, and if you got a good little starting 5, you'll always be able to be good.
Or 7.
Either way, you'll always be able to be good. But if you found the whole team in one person, then what the fuck you need a team for?
So, am I wrong in saying that you're just a needy person?
Absolutely, we're all needy people. Everybody needs something, and I'm more independent than most, but we all need something. Wait. So let me back you up. We gonna walk down this trail. When you say needy, though, I don't like that word.
Okay, no, but we gonna walk down this trail. So, a friend of mine told me years ago, right? And I've shared this story with you.
We're not feeling a podcast about DeAngelo.
No, but I shared this story with you, and we walk down this road. We gonna stay on this road. We gonna stay on our lane. And so he told me. He said he had became real religious. We was out in the streets together. We was running them, and he straightened up his life. And he said
straightened up his life.
Yeah, he straightened up his life. And he said that, do you understand why God wants you to be a virgin when you get married?
Oh man, you told me this story.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, but do them 2 bras still live in the neighborhood, and can we go get them? Because I hadn't seen the guy in a while, but he had turned over a new leaf, and so we had to have that conversation. And he was like, Doc, listen. He said, God intended for you to be a virgin when you got married, so the woman that you with doesn't have to compete with all the women that you've been with before. So now,
you told me that before, and I think that's flawed logic, though.
Okay, but let me ask you this: you kind of bring that story up when you say that this person did that. This one was strawberry.
Absolutely,
this one was
she
a
has
low
to
walk.
goddamn compete with everybody from my fucking past.
Okay, but are you willing to compete with the ones
I
from
have no
hers?
choice. Absolutely.
But are you willing? You're willing to?
Absolutely. And even if I'm not, even if I don't want to, I am. Like, that's why I said, I understand what dude's saying, but it's flawed logic because we all got a past and we all got shit we've been through. And the even more fucked up part about it is our past lives and our past lovers, they help shape us and make us more fucked up people than we already are.
Let me rephrase that. Make you.
No, make everybody.
No.
Man, look.
No.
Hey, ladies, and just in case your man haven't leaned over and told you this tonight, you fucked up. Okay? and you're really fucked up. You're really fucked up, and you're broken. In parts of you are broken, and he signed up for it. And because he signed up for it, don't let him off the hook. And I believe we all sign up for it. We sign up for it, man. Listen, whatever you decide to get into in this life, you signed up for it, okay? You want to be with that person, you told that person you was going to love him, you said all this shit to him, you be lying to him, saying all this shit. You signed up for it. That's your sandbox. Whatever you create, that's what you're dealing with.
But I don't think that's genuine.
How?
You don't sign up for things when you're with people.
You do.
No,
you
you
sign
don't.
up for all of that shit.
Okay, so a woman finds out that the man she's with is abusive. He hits her for the first time, but he never showed any signs before. She signed up for it?
She can leave right now, right?
Yeah, but she didn't sign up for it.
You sign up just like you signed up for that goddamn truck. You didn't know that shit was gonna throw a rod or it was a lemon. You saw, but your name is on the bitch. I bet Dodge want their money. They're not playing with you. They want their money. You signed up for it. Now, you might find out my truck. God forbid, please, Lord, don't have shit happen that car. Listen, but if something happens to it, you this is what I signed up for. Now, you don't sign up for the bad parts of relationships, but you sign up for that person. And I'd be naive to believe that the woman I'm with don't have a shitload of situations and things going on inside her. Now, she's lived just long enough to where I'm sure somebody's broken her heart. She don't got to tell me. I'm sure somebody's broken her heart. So somebody's fucked over at some point. I'm sure she's put her trust in somebody at some point in this life, and they misused it. Now, shit, this shit has all happened to me too. All this shit done shaped us. So when you ask me for something or you want me to believe you, it ain't you I'm not believing. It ain't you who got me fucked up. It's everybody who came before you who done fucked me up. Now, I ain't never did nothing to her. But I bet if she sees the red flag from somebody, hell, she saw a red flag that I did just this weekend.
Okay,
and said something to me about it. Now listen, I didn't. But the truth of the matter is, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't think it was gonna go like that. I didn't see that coming. But we're both right. She's right to call me on it because she'd be a fucking fool to ignore it. She played that game already and she lost.
So wait. So
and at the same time, she wrong for saying this shit to me because I really didn't. That ain't what I was on.
Okay, you're confusing as fuck, and I'm quite sure our listeners are
You
going,
think so?
what the hell is he talking about?
No.
But okay, so let me ask you this. Is it possible to be as a man, I'm gonna say it more, well, you know what? I think women can do it too. Is it possible to get into a relationship and become a rescuer? Because what we a lot of times what we do we
but that's
try
only
to be
if you
open.
seek that out.
Well, I don't think so. So, and the reason why I ask that is this: a lot of times we get into relationships, and we talk about our past, and when we're talking about our past or whatever, the other person is kind of getting a sense of what we've been through. No, whether it was horrible, whether it was whatever you would rate it.
Well, who wants somebody needy? Who wants somebody needy? And if you searching for somebody needy,
that's what you said you are. You're needy. So are you being rescued?
Well, okay. She said I'm being rescued. Shit.
No, I mean honestly.
I tell you what, if I'm being rescued, I should fucking I gotta where them bills at? Shit, I need to goddamn show her the whole board.
No, but
I think we're talking about two different things. We're talking about rescue. We talking about financially rescue?
No, I'm talking about when a person becomes, psychologically they get into your life and they become your rescuer. Because you've been through, you've been through the roughest of the rough. When I say you, I'm not talking about you, but I'm just talking about people in general. They go through the roughest of the rough when it comes down to relationship, whether it was a woman being, physically or mentally abused, whether it was a person being neglected, whether it was a person that was cheated on. You start to share those things from your previous relationship. So now the other person comes in and they try their damnedest not to be that old person. But are they rescuing you?
I don't think so.
Or are they being authentically into you?
Well, okay, I get what you're saying. That's a good question because it's like shit that someone who I'm dating tells me. So, you're right. Shit that somebody else did or made her, or ways someone made her feel before me, I won't make her feel that way.
Right.
Because I know someone else has done that, and I know that hurt her, so I won't be keen to do that because I'm cognizant of it now. But I don't know. I don't think that's rescuing as much as just being conscious of what hurts your person.
But if you have a friend and just guy, female, whoever, and this person has told you they've experienced certain things in life, your heart goes out to them.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
Man, no. And I'm not even saying this shit to be hard or not be empathetic. No, man. Okay. Love is a motherfucking love is a fucking contact sport. No,
I'm
man.
Talking about love.
No,
I said a friend.
Relationships, all of it. Because people act like you act like you weren't supposed to get it. Why?
Man, you know what?
Why?
Let me call you on the bullshit right now.
No, hold on.
What I'm saying is constantly rescue.
First of all, I ain't never rescued no man in my life.
Yes, you have.
Listen, my son. But listen, first of all, and if you do know a partner of mine I've rescued, please don't say this bad name because this shit is highly emasculating and hurtful. But be that as it may, that's not what the fuck we talking about. I'm saying
being open and transparent.
No, nothing wrong with being open and transparent.
Okay, but
I'm saying you don't got to feel sorry for them.
It's not about feeling sorry for them.
That's what you just said.
No, I did not. What I said was you have a tendency to rescue a person.
By giving a fuck?
Yes, by giving a fuck.
No, man, it's not.
No,
that's not rescuing somebody just because you care.
No,
man.
A lot of times you hear a person's story or whatever they've been through, and you're a little bit more sympathetic to them, so you're a little bit more tolerant with them when it comes to certain things because they done already been through trash, and you don't want them to go through trash, or you give them the benefit of the doubt because they've been through so much bullshit in their previous relationships that you tolerate the bullshit from them. Are you a rescuer?
First of all, man, once again, I want to reiterate the fact that I've never rescued a man in my life.
Okay, and
or a woman, or a woman for that matter.
Are you being rescued?
Okay, let me give you a deep answer. You know what? I think when people say shit like that, that shit is trash. I hate the word deep. That shit is stupid. But no, let me give you a real answer. Am I being rescued to a lesser extent? Of course I am, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like I'm being rescued, but I'm being rescued from myself. I'm being rescued from believing the shit that I believed. I truly believed that there's no reason to have a relationship. I could just have everything. I can just really have everything. You know me. My ego needs to be checked at times. If there's not one person that can do it, you know me. I'll find 6 who willing to. So when you say, am I being rescued? Of course I am, because I'm being able to see now. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. For one, and even though I don't believe this, and you can go on down this road if you want to, I don't believe I'm hurting nobody because I tell the truth. And I tell motherfuckers exactly what it is when they dealt with me in
Not
previous
exactly,
days.
but okay.
Man, whatever, man. I'll tell you what. I said we went together.
Okay. But okay.
Okay, so when you say am I being rescued? Yeah. To a lesser extent, yeah, I am.
Is that healthy for the person that's rescuing you?
Well, when I say she's rescuing me by showing me proof that there's great people out here still. That's what I meant by she's rescuing me. I don't think she's rescuing me. You know, the funny thing about me and my lady, when we first met, day one, hour one, first 15 minutes, I said to her, I don't need you. I don't need you. There's nothing you can do for me that I cannot do for myself in this life. You can't bring me anything. There's nothing you can buy for me. There's nothing you can give me that I ain't had or can have. and vice versa. I have a woman who don't need me. She don't need shit from
but
me.
That's your. That's,
But that no, that's the beauty of us, because I always know she is here 100% because she want to be here. Whatever she dealing with me, she is taking on. She want this.
So
every bit of this shit she want it because she don't have to take it.
But she's rescuing you. Is that healthy for her?
How is that rescuing me? I'm saying that I'm only piggybacking off your rescue word because no, I don't believe I'm being rescued at all.
But, I mean, you can't have it both ways.
But
you
I'm
said
saying
yes,
she.
and
But,
you're saying
but
no.
I'm saying I said to a lesser extent because she's showing me something that wasn't there. That's like me saying, "Hey, Clinton, you know you could just go ahead and add your savings account, or you can roll some of this shit over into some IRAs. Am I saving you because I'm trying to help you with your finances?
But I didn't ask you about. I didn't ask you about advice.
But I'm not giving you advice. I'm showing you something you may have not seen.
But that's not.
Is that saving?
No.
So then no. Then I'm not being saved.
So let me reiterate what I said to you.
I know what you're trying to do,
no,
Clint. And
I'm asking you a simple question.
Well, then define saving.
Okay, when you sit back,
you got to define saving.
And you guys have conversations about previous relationships, whether you or anyone, let's just speak of anyone, have conversations about previous relationships.
Yeah.
Right? And your heart goes out to that person because they done been through shit.
He said your heart go out.
Your heart goes out to the person because they done been through shit.
Are they a bad judge of character?
That doesn't matter. But they done been through shit. They done been through bad relationship after bad relationship, and then you come along, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you rescuing the person?
Why? Because she met me.
And basically from the things that you've been in previous relationship, as you told our listeners before, this was the healing season. So you had a lot to heal from. Were you being rescued?
I don't know, Clint. I don't believe anybody's being rescued because I don't believe you can rescue anybody.
So you're contradicting yourself,
Clint. Because when I think of rescuing, I think of simply showing someone something they didn't see.
When I think of rescue, I'm saving you from something.
From what?
Bad relationships.
How you saving me? Clint? Who's to say I'm gonna give you a good one?
It has nothing to do with
so how's
you.
That saving?
But if a person comes along in your life and they know from you guys' conversations or whatever.
So if you know a girl and she used to get beat up, if you don't beat her up, you saved her?
But you're saving her
from
getting
what?
You're saving her because she's been emotionally scarred.
Maybe the next guy wasn't going to beat her up either.
But that has nothing to do with it. I'm not talking about the next guy. What I'm talking about is you have a person who has told you about the things they've been through in their relationship in their life.
Yeah.
And you come along and you decide to get in a relationship with that person because you're rescuing them from either further harm of other relationships or you want to show them a person that's different from what they've been through.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, man, I don't agree with you at all because whatever shit he had, I got just as much. It's just going to be different.
That makes absolutely no sense.
No, you just said I'm saving. Okay, so I'm saving her from whoever he was, right?
No, you're saving her
from whatever she's been through.
From whatever she's been through.
Okay.
And the emotional scars that it has left behind.
What about the emotional shit I'm finna put her through?
Are you going to put her through the emotional?
Yes, of course.
Then why?
No,
so
no.
Why
because
is,
not
why
on
should
purpose.
she bother?
First of all, because it's naive as fuck to believe that relationships you can. Clint, you're married.
Yeah.
How long you been married, man?
16 years.
How many times have you hurt your wife in those 16 years?
Once.
Okay, so that, first of all, nigga, that is a great batting average if that is true.
No, it is true.
Okay, so I'm sure on your wedding. I'm sure
that wasn't while we were married, though. We were engaged at that time.
That shit don't count.
Oh.
So you're saying you didn't.
Now,
Either way, you've heard it. Okay, what I'm saying is, that's going to be one notch in her heart from Clint Washington. You did that. Mm-hmm. You did that. So what I'm saying is, when she gave her stretch marks when she got into it, I'm not about to do this with you because I'm not going to get in trouble. Listen, so you did that to her. I'm sure on her wedding day she went thinking, or when she met you and agreed to go out on a date with you, I'm sure you nor her was thinking, man, I can't wait to hurt her ass. Because that's not how relationships work.
But, okay, so I'm going to give you an example. previous relationship, I'm sitting down with my lawyer, getting ready to go through this divorce. And when you sit down with your lawyer, you tend to be probably overly honest, or you don't realize that clock is ticking and that $350 an hour is starting to add up.
I'm in the wrong profession.
But my man was, I'm telling him about previous relationship. I'm telling him all the things I did in that relationship, right?
Why?
I took care of us.
Are they supposed to know?
It's not about whether they should know. Like I told you, you just feel like you can talk until you get that bill and realize $350 an hour is a lot of money. But you're telling this person on all the great things you did for this person in a previous relationship. You cared for their child that they had from their previous relationship. You were faithful. You were this, you were that, you was whatever. Yeah. But you start to explain this person and the things that they've been through in their life. And my lawyer told me, he said, you know what? The next woman you decide to date, I want to meet her first. I'm like, man, this guy's not friends. You're my lawyer, right? Yeah. And I'm like, why? He said, because you are a rescuer. I'm a rescuer. And what he was saying was, this was a single mother who had a kid. And I came along and I started helping to take care of that kid. She had some emotional scars, and I was there to be that Band-Aid or that,
What makes you think you was that Band-Aid? You was just a dude she was dating.
No.
Why were you the Band-Aid?
Because I was the dude willing to fix all of that pain and all of that hurt by trying to be different from what she had experienced.
I feel like, my past, so I've done that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think any of us jump into something. First of all, no.
I don't think you jump into it knowingly.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. So when you're saying, are you trying to rescue somebody? No, because I don't think nobody jumps into that.
Okay, saying, I want you to think about this without me going into full detail. I want you to think about this without me going into full detail.
You better say these people name on here, man.
You've had a situation to where you've had a person who didn't have a place to stay. And you provided that person a place to stay. Or maybe they didn't have a ride to get to and from work. So you provided them that ride. You have a person who has a child and they need daycare. And you become that daycare. You're now their rescuer.
So
whether it's something that you do for them, an actual action, or whether it's something that you're there for them mentally because of the scars that they have, you're a rescuer.
Yeah, man, but I feel like a lot of that is just looking out.
Being a good-natured person?
Yeah, well, shit, I wouldn't even consider myself a good-natured person, but I feel like I look out, but I look out because that's the way karma works. I got a million motherfuckers who look out for me. You look out for me. Hell, all y'all look out for me. Y'all look out for me. If I need y'all, it's a formality when I ask your ass for help. I like, what the fuck you talking about? No, just
okay.
So I'm explaining. So what I'm saying is, if you in a position to help, if I can help, I'm gonna help. That's what we do. We're
rescuers.
Man, don't put me in the damn boat with your
ass. We are. You know what? If
I don't make enough money to rescue anyone, and I want all y'all to know that.
But sometimes it's not financially. Sometimes it's just psychologically. You're there for someone. You're able to talk them through some things. You're able to be the voice of reason. You're able to get other people to see and understand who they are.
That's called manipulative. I was just fucking around.
Why should a person be in a relationship with you?
Oh, man. That's a great question, man. No idea, man. Let me be honest. Let's see. First, I'm not going. I'll show you the board. I don't have a lot of my life that I put on airs for. It is what it is. We was just out to dinner, and Clint just told the waiter, "This is the cheapest person you ever been in your life." Like, I didn't deny it. You know what I'm saying? People just think I like, but like I don't gotta. If you're looking for somebody who I don't gotta be nothing. Well, I gotta be something. I mean, I have an ego like everybody else, but I don't have an ego when it comes to shit like money. I ain't trying to be that dude.
You're just cheap.
Yeah, I'm cheap. I'm hilarious. I'm talented. I'm good to talk to. We can shoot the shit all day. I'm good to shoot the shit with. I feel like I'm good with. Listen, man, I'm a good tag team partner. I'm a good tag team partner. I'm not great at anything, but I'm good at a lot of stuff.
Well, I don't know about tag teams, but so
my girlfriend said she wouldn't come on the Amazing Race with me.
why?
Well, I think she has a problem. She carries arguments on long, and we probably got kicked off the show. She likes to keep the argument going for about 24 to 48 hours.
Oh well, shit! You found your match then.
No, I don't keep arguments going that long. I like a good. I like
hour.
I like a good. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I like a good 3-4 hour one. A good. Miss a few phone calls or whatnot. She go too far. She be asking for keys back and whatnot. he be going too far. Like, man, listen, when I be ready to make up, she still be on the other side of the couch. You know what I'm saying? I be like, you taking it too far, man. We had a whole other day now, man. We got some real shit to do later on.
Hey, listen.
You gotta change your face when we go to my friend's house.
Now, speaking of that, so next week's podcast, we're gonna be sitting down with couples.
Oh.
Talking about how do you maintain your marriage. And these are married couples. So you guys make sure you tune in.
Y'all gonna have me on? Am I still gonna be here?
Now, you're gonna have to facilitate and kind of control the flow because
I want to get married. I want to get married one day.
I'm bringing my wife on.
That'll be dope.
So, I told her, I said, hey, you're on the podcast on the 13th. And she was like, I'm going to be so honest.
You think so? I don't think so at all.
That's what she said. She said, I am going to be so honest. And it just looked like she just lit up like she get to tell the world the truth about me. Listen, despite what she may say, I'm a very great guy. I'm a great guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think you're a great guy?
I think I'm a great guy. You know what?
See, you asked me a nice question about me. I'm going to ask you a good question about you. Hey, what's the worst thing about you? Since you asked me why should somebody date you, why shouldn't somebody fuck with you at all? Like,
Revenge,
period.
retaliation, and get back.
Me too. That's why we friends. I told somebody the other day, I'm going to get you. You fuck me over. Don't you worry about it. Hey, I can't be paid off. I can't be reasoned with. Listen, I'm going to get you for that shit you pulled on me. Don't you? You can take that shit to the bank. Listen, and I don't even got to get you this year or next year.
Mm-mm.
Hey,
but
I catch you 12 years from now. Just boom.
It's coming.
You see this shit coming.
And it's not even necessarily a fist fight.
Nah.
What? It's going to be something.
I just want to.
I
want you to look up. I want you to look up. And
I don't know if the statutes of limitations have worn out.
I just want you to look up. I just want you to look up,
and
and I just want to be like, yeah, that was me.
Hey, what's breaking and entering? How long is the statute of limitations on breaking and entering? State of Oregon. A year?
You good?
How many? I'm good? Okay. So, my lawyer said I can talk about this. So, listen.
How'd you breaking in there? To a girl house?
No. Never no woman. So,
I broke into my ex house.
I had a previous business partner.
Is it breaking when you have a key?
I don't think so, no.
Is it break? What if you're just not welcome? Is that breaking and entering?
Oh, damn.
Oh, well.
Learning some stuff. No, I had a person that on business screwed me over. And I decided that, okay, what about the robbery part? Is there a statute of limitation on robbery?
Why are you stealing?
I stole something that didn't belong to me. That's burglary. No. Okay. I'm good? Okay. So, I had a business partner that I trusted. And
clearly he shouldn't trust your ass.
They did a side deal and tried to not include me in it. And then when the money was exchanged, there was a large sum of money that was exchanged, and I didn't get my cut. And the excuses started flying, and I was like, okay, all right, no problem. You're right.
Well, if you said no problem, Clinton, that's over, man.
Well, no, that's just a temporary, don't worry about it. I want to catch you off guard.
Why can't you just tell me you're not satisfied with the decision here like an adult?
No, I did, but it led to an argument, which, led to us, severing the partnership, but I wasn't done. So I decided to enter that person's premises and take everything.
Yeah.
And when I took it, I made sure I left my business card.
Y'all play too much, man.
And you know, and when I think about it now, I kind of feel bad.
No, yeah.
Not about the person.
Yeah.
Because at that particular time, if I had gotten caught, that would have, you know, taken a lot away from my family. And it was just on some retaliation type of, you know, stuff. It wasn't anything. I didn't hurt from it. I didn't really lose anything from it. But it's just the fact that you did something and I didn't like it. So I had to retaliate in the way that I retaliated. But it's like.
No, man, it's not cool.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, it's so funny you say that, man, because I've been in business partnerships too, and I ain't never did no shit like that. And I mean, I've had some business partners fuck me over, but I always, honestly, man, I always look at that kind of shit as business, and
you know what? I can't look at it.
You know, a lot of times I chalk it up to youth and motherfuckers just trying to get everything they could get in that moment.
Man, let me tell you something. You know me.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's how I rationalize, especially if the guys that were younger than me. The dude who, you know, man, like, I ain't gonna even say his name, man, because me and dude done put that behind us, so I ain't gonna even say his name. But just, I had to let it go because he was a little younger than me, and I just assumed he needed that more than I did.
See, you're better than me on that because you always give the benefit of the doubt. I don't. You know, my expectation is this.
But everything is not with malice. Some things out of necessity. Like,
I don't care. I don't care about your necessity. You know, my thing is like this. You know me. I wear my character out in the open. You get to see me for who I am. If you think I'm goofy, I'm goofy. If you think I'm dumb, I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying? You get to see me for who I am. I will go out of my way for people. I will give more of myself than I expect of other people. And I don't expect anything in return. But what I do expect is don't steal from me. Don't screw me over. Don't be a shitty person to me while I'm being a great person to you. Because now the ignorance is going to surface. And when the ignorance surfaces, I don't know what ignorant side you're going to get. It might be the ignorant side that's just going to take back what you took from me. Or it might be the ignorant side that's just going to be so petty that I just meticulously try to ruin everything that you try to do.
All right, Clint. Well, listen, this is just getting too happy for me. This is too exciting for me. Listen, I just want you to know, Clint, my person told me today, why don't you guys try to have a positive podcast?
This is a positive. This is a positive warning to anyone out there that's listening. That
I just want you to know that Clint is just showing that he's still a rescuer.
You know what?
We need to stay on topic this time.
No, but you know what? I am going to tell you that is, if being a rescuer was a characteristic, that's mine. That's one of mine. I honestly believe that we're all placed on this earth not for the service of ourselves, but to be of service to others. That's what I honestly believe.
I agree.
I don't think that you were born into whatever the circumstance. It can be a horrible circumstance. You are here to be of service to someone else. Someone needs to learn from you. They need to learn they need to be able to build off of you. And you get yours, however you get it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what you said, I have a question. Clint, are you rescuing me right now?
Yes.
How so?
I am totally your rescuer.
Are you?
Yes,
Tell
I am
me.
your rescuer.
How?
So, you remember when we started the open mic, right? We started the open mic. Of course, you were the host. I was just the guy, the organizer in the background.
And the DJ?
Yeah. Well, I became the DJ like a few months later.
Okay.
But I am to your rescue because if I don't keep you on task, we probably would have lasted a month.
Why you say that? How?
Okay, so our very first
I've done shows before I met you, man.
Yeah.
What you mean?
that was your ancient life.
Okay.
You've been since I came into your life, you've been reincarnated to greatness.
Okay.
So, but no, it's like when we first started 2 Cent and we had to go from Thursdays to Fridays, it had to be my argumentative voice of reason to tell you that you were still.
That's not a thing. You can't have an argumentative voice of reason. But okay, go ahead.
Well, in an argumentative way, I was reasoning with you to let you know that Fridays you were still going to be just as successful, because you're the type of person where your question is always why. My question is always why not. So if you say, why would a person want to screw me over? I would say, why wouldn't a person want to screw you over? So my thing is always, okay, if we made this happen here, we can make it happen there. So let's keep pushing forward. Whereas sometimes you get a little one-sided to where you're just like, it's only going to work this way. And I'm that argumentative voice. And you know how we work. If we go back and forth on a text message, you're going to win this argument because I can't read as fast as you type. But as soon as I get us face to face, I got a standing chance now because
I don't know if you saved us though. I don't know if that rescued me. I feel like, first of all, in a partnership, you're gonna have to want whichever way we turn, we got to turn it together anyway.
Not always. I mean, because it's been a lot of times that we disagreed, and I've had to bow down to the direction that you thought we should go.
Yeah, you gave me one win.
It's been more than one, but it was just like the same thing when we did the 2 Cent open mic. It's like, what did you tell me? One of our arguments. Clint, this is my lane. Stay out of my lane. And I had to quickly shut up and realize, like, damn, that's true. This is his lane. I'm here as the supporting cast. But then when I started the podcast, what's the thing that I made clear?
Yeah,
this is mine. and it's just like, but in a sense of a way, we kind of rescue each other to making sure that we have a level of success. My ego doesn't get so caught up into things, or I don't know if there's a thing of being overly creative, but I can overly create us into something that's just impossible to accomplish or way above what we need.
You should take that.
I need you to.
You want to take it?
Nah, take.
Text it. Yeah, I got it.
Hold on, let me.
While we talking about rescuers?
Yeah, while we talking about rescuers?
Daddy duties.
Yeah, this daddy duties. Hold on, people.
I give it to him. I'm out of text though. I can't say it on this podcast. Get about that. But
Hey.
So I don't think we kind of like left the party because there's a lot more people than like what I expected to be here. So like, is it okay if like me and Gabby get food and then like come meet you?
Okay, where you going to get food at?
Probably like, you want to get a Taco Bell? Yeah.
It's Taco Bell on Cedar Hill still open.
What side of town are you in?
I'm in Hillsborough. Like the party was in Hillsborough.
How y'all go to a party that got too many people? I ain't never been to a party that got too many people. I don't want to be there.
So when you say it was too many people there, you just didn't feel comfortable?
Yeah, basically. It was just like, as we were walking in, there's like a lot of cars. And I was like, okay, that's like mainly like the football team. But then like we got in, like, yeah, it was like a house party. But like just like a lot more people. Like just people I didn't recognize that weren't just from my school. It was fun. We had a great moment. Like,
Okay. What Taco Bell you going to?
probably the one in Hillsborough because I was going to take Rue home.
All right. I'm going to text you the address to where I am. So as soon as you drop her off, come to where I am.
She said she want to bring her over. She said they want to eat together. I don't know that. Yeah.
Where y'all going to eat over here or?
No, we were going to eat in Hillsborough.
Oh, go for it.
In Hillsborough.
Okay. All right. I'll send you a text message.
All right, then.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. That was my great father's book.
What kind of goddamn party got too many people at it? I gotta go. That shit sound like I'm trying to call you to see if I can stay longer.
So, this is the thing that I taught my daughter. She's 16. And I taught her, and I know if Renata is listening, she's going to be like, God damn it, I told you not to word it like that. But I taught my daughter not to put herself into a situation
don't do that. I don't know how you said it, but it was terrible.
When I said it before, but I said,
don't put yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a bad situation. don't assume that this is going to go okay. Yeah. And so she went to a friend's party, and there's too many people there. Too many people that she don't know.
Yeah, she's erring on the side of caution. That's good, though.
So, she decided, hey, I'm leaving.
Meanwhile, if I was going to a party and more people, I don't know, like, good.
You text her your address.
I'm like, good.
Yeah, but, it's like you have to raise them. You have to take the opportunity to try to raise some caution into your kids to where they think more about being an individual than going with the crowd. And that's what I've always tried to train her, is that you don't have to just go with the crowd, because sometimes going with the crowd could be dangerous. But sometimes, moving by yourself, you're able to move and manipulate things a little bit better. So, she's going to go grab something to eat. Then she's going to come over here and, pick me up. And then we're going to go home. Because, I decided to do the podcast over here with you instead of, where we normally would record at. Mm-hmm. Is because she wanted to go to the party, and I got to lighten up a little bit and give her a little bit of room. But
is that lightening up coming to the city that she doing the party?
Well, I'm not at the party. But I wanted to be close by just in case she made that phone call, Mm-hmm. I know I got a ride or die with me. So, mm-hmm. I know we go get to, wherever she is or, whatever.
Go over there and fight some kids.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I ain't got no problem. Listen, I don't have a problem defending mine. Man. I try to teach mine, and I also told my kids, don't put me in a situation where I'm defending you stupidly. That you've created a situation where I have to defend you, and I shouldn't have had to defend you in the first
my
place.
Kids ain't never did that. My brothers have done that to me before. My brothers do that to me.
Well, that's what brothers supposed to do.
Man, Vic called me one time. Damn, man, we get all off of this podcast. Vic called me one time, man. He told me these dudes was fucking with him up at the, he was at Stonecrest Mall in Georgia or whatever. He was at Stonecrest Mall, and he was like, man, these dudes, they trying to jump me. He was with his partner, Drake. So I'm finna run up there. I'm thinking like, no, they ain't gonna go down like this. Man, I come into the spot with my pistol out. That's how young I was. I was all out with it. Man, I get to the table. These motherfuckers sit with this chick. And I'm like, wait, what's up? Where the dudes at? He point to the other table. It's some dudes. It happened to me, this dude. It's the chick brother. He's not trying to jump you. Leave his fucking sister alone. And matter of fact, why y'all still sitting with this bro? If it's a problem like that, simply let her go home with her fucking brother. What are y'all doing? Like, no, but I came in hot. I came in hot. Like, what the problem is?
No.
And when I found out it was her brother, like, I understand that. Because as her brother, y'all got me out here looking crazy.
Right.
Got my sister over here at y'all damn table with two dudes. And, yeah, I'm going to say something to you. And my sister won't come back either. First of all, I've been yoked my sister up and snatched her ass out of there. But I was just like, I told him, I said, man, don't you ever call me up for no bullshit like this, man. Are you crazy, man? You going to get me locked up on some bullshit. This man ain't, it ain't that it was, dude had a few of his partners with him, but I understand what he's trying to do. Like, he can't go nowhere. They can't move because his sister here.
Right. When she moved in, they can move.
Yeah, so they sitting there waiting on her. Apparently, he afraid to yoke his own sister up, and so now they got to kind of be intimidating on some other shit. But I get it.
Man, that's crazy.
But this is season 3.
But your brother sound like the type. I had a homeboy back when I was in the military, and he always say, I'm going to go get my brother. I'm thinking to myself, but you already a grown man.
Man, don't come get me now.
It's like you're already a grown man, and he got to come from a whole state over.
I ain't going to say don't come get me. If my brother called me, if either one of my brothers call me, I'm there. I would like to believe that we are at an age and we are at a station of life where we got way too much to lose on bullshit.
Yeah,
but I know, man. I be feeling that way too. I be like, man, I really feel like I'm too old to get into something foolish. However,
man, so we're getting into season 3.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I keep on trying to break it into season 3, man.
So we're going into season 3, man, and it's a lot of things to talk about in season 3, man. We got we got a lot more entrepreneurs out here coming to the end of 2021. We're in search of a new home.
Oh yeah,
for
man.
a 2 cent open mic. Very tragic situation happened there.
We should take about 50. We should take about 10 just to bring everybody up to speed.
Yeah, so there was a very tragic incident that happened in Mingle Lounge where we would host our show at, and it's currently closed. Young man lost his life, and our hearts go out to his family and friends. Definitely. And but currently let me be a little bit more transparent. Because a person had lost their life, and the shooting had happened on, I would say our home ground. I was kind of caught up a little bit and thinking to myself, is this really worth it for the city? Because right now there's so much gun violence in the city right now. That is ridiculous. And let me say, give you a disclaimer first. I don't know the ins and outs of any of it. All right. None of the gun violence that's going on. I just know it's a lot of gun violence in the city. I'm not trying to politic on behalf of anybody, and I don't know the politics of whether it's gang violence or just general crazy gun violence. I'm not going to, I can't really elaborate on that. But what I do know is that a lot of people are losing their lives. And whatever side of that you're on, it kind of just left me in a situation to where I had to think to myself, do I want to continue this? Because, I am a rescuer, and, I'll rescue people who don't need to be rescued or who didn't ask to be rescued. But I'm a rescuer in a sense of I wanted to put something on in this city because people complained about there's nothing to do. So I wanted to rescue them from a life of boredom, come up with something that would entertain them. So we started the 2 Cent the open mic. We found a great location to make sure that happened. Then we started the podcast. We, started, putting the brand out there. Everything that we use for our billboards around the city, our photographer, our PR person, everybody was local, right? They was local here in the city, doing big things in the city. The people that we put on and you found out about their businesses, even though this is a debate, the women of the West Side, that's me. I started it. I'm responsible for the greatness of the women of the West Side.
All on.
Thank me for it. You know what I'm saying? Thank
72
me.
members.
You guys are welcome. You're welcome. But the ladies of the West Side, they have forged a great friendship, and just
Renata's still waiting for us to say we're playing.
Yeah, great camaraderie and stuff like that, and they really built something great, man. And they got some things going on in the city. I think there's a Halloween party that's coming up that I think will be very inviting to you, very single men out there.
Why they got to be single to go to the party, man?
Hey, because I know if I went to the party, I'd be in trouble. But you guys check out Twerk and Fab. We put them on.
Now DC go kill you.
No, we put we gave her a spot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say we grew her business because just what she do by herself would just draw people. But we wanted to bring some light to a lot of the businesses that's out there. Jelani
Bake Shop.
Yeah, Jelana Bake Shop. Davita's doing big things out there.
Richest Ornament in Hillsboro.
Man, go get your hair done out in Hillsboro, baby. You didn't know you can get your hair done in Hillsboro, man. The homegirl got it. She got it popping. Living legends, man.
Yeah, Demetrius. Shout out to Demetrius. Hey, man, everybody.
Man, I'm going to tell you, Demetrius used to come to me, and he called me on the phone, used to nag me. Hey, Unc, I'm thinking about this. Hey, Unc, what about this? He was constantly, but, I can appreciate that, the little advice that I gave him.
That's one thing about Demetrius. I tell you what, man. You tell Demetrius something.
He gonna run with it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna miss it. I remember when we did the cookout. He was like, man, I ain't on that social media. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, you gotta get a social media. He did it right there at the cookout and set up his social media. Now, boy, you can't keep him off. You can't keep that man off that shit now. Hey, but that's good, man. I think that shit is excellent.
I see him with a lot of the local artists out here. Whether it be rappers and singers and models, and everybody is supporting the Living Legend brand. Man, Faded Vodka. You know, we gave them a shot. You know, man, Braveheart Studios, you know, for putting our audio together. And, you know, Richard over there got us on point, man. If you want to know our music and all of that stuff, Richard put us on. Got to check out Braveheart Studios out in Beaverton. Man, Adrian Wright, you know, Adrian, come on, man. You was episode 1, man. We in the season 3 because of you, man. You know, I always tell Adrian, I say, you know what? We linked up with him because, you know, I always looked at him as a gatekeeper. And, you know, when you come into someone's city, from my previous life behaviors, when you went into somebody's city, you had to check in. So Adrian was the dude we checked in with, and man, Adrian opened up the gates, was like, man, y'all come on in, y'all park over there, man, let me introduce you to everybody. Yeah. And, you know, got us a lot of love and gave us a lot of life in this city, man. So that's why we're into season 3, man. And, you know, just folks putting it down for us, and, you know, it's like, hey, do some billboards. Getting a photographer.
Yeah, we need to do that again. We need to.
Oh, you know, we got the photographer, man.
We might need to do that again. We might need to put some shit up, man. You know, COVID is the city just so weird, man. You just don't even know how you can move right now. Because I've been to things that didn't pop, that I thought was gonna pop, and then you go to. I pulled up on Lance a week ago, and that whole place was packed. I'm talking about you couldn't even sit down in there.
Oh, speaking of Lance Edward,
yeah,
we got something really great coming up.
Hold on, man. You wait till we get some signatures on the dotted line for you start promoting.
Listen, let me tell you.
Oh, you confident like that? Okay,
hey, I'm confident like that. You know, when you're dealing with Lance and you're dealing with G Wade, man, let me tell you something, man. You dealing with the real.
Hey, man,
you're dealing with the authentic.
My partners, I just said it till we get some it ink.
Hey, you know
I don't want to say what they go be
hey,
for.
Listen, when Lance tell you his price, that's his ink.
Okay.
You know, when Lance say, hey, man, this is my price, that's his ink. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I go to Lance and be like, hey, man, didn't you say it was such and such? He's like, nah, you're about $300-400 short, bro. You know, come on, Playboy, give me my money. You know, like, you know, and two of the funniest cats in this city, man.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we're bringing a new cat to the stage. I won't tell his name because we don't have his signature on the dotted line yet.
Oh, yeah. I almost said his name.
Yeah. You know, but we're bringing a cat.
He's super funny, though, man.
Oh, man,
He's come to the spot a few times, yeah.
Man, this dude is funny. But we want to bring the funny to Portland. There's a lot of people that's promoting comedy shows, and I'm not knocking them. Great people out there that's doing some things. You know, Tyrone been doing this thing in the comedy scene for a long time. You know, we got my man Tim over there. He's got that he's got the vodka on the scene right now. Isn't it vodka?
Who? Which one?
What is it called? You know,
you ain't talking about you talking about which vodka?
No, not Faded.
Okay, I thought you were saying Marvin. I finna say, hey, don't do that.
Man,
don't
do
do that.
Marvin's name. Marvin, I mean, you know, Marvin made me some custom bottles, man. If y'all want some custom bottles,
I don't know nobody else who got something to look out here.
Man, see, you ain't been paying attention, man. See,
no, I don't be drinking like that.
Man, stop it. You don't drink white liquor like that.
So drink no vodka like that.
Man, my man Tim Phillips, he got. You know what? I'm gonna find it right now because his.
Are you sure you doing vodka?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's vodka or tequila, but I'm about to find. Yes, it is. It's called Vanport 1948 vodka, right?
Vanport.
Yeah, Tim Phillips got this going on, man. Hey, you know, I've been seeing it, and I've been seeing him promote it and stuff like that. So, Tim, hey, this is a free plug for you, baby. We just plugged it on 2 Cent the podcast, man. We just, you know, normally we charge some money for plugging you, but, you know, for Tim, man, Tim done, you know, he's been a big time supporter of the show since day one. So, you know, it's an honor to be able to promote something that he's out there promoting, man. So you guys check out Vanport 1948. It's a vodka, and it's made right in the city of Portland. Well, I won't, you know, let me not lie to you. I don't know if it's made in Portland, but I know it's made in Oregon. All right. So y'all go get y'all some, man. And this stuff is 80 proof, man. It's 80 proof. So they got some tasting dates, and those tasting dates are going to be announced soon. So, you know, get on to Black Portland. Research Tim Phillips, or you can do a search on inside of Black Portland for Vanport 1948, and it's a great vodka, man. I'm telling you, better check it out, man. Because you guys, if you haven't tried it, you better. You know what I'm saying? Tell them Uncle Clint sent you. You might get a discount. I'm not guaranteeing that, but you might get one. You know.
What we gonna talk about on season 3?
Okay, season 3.
I'm just saying, man. We in the middle of COVID. I mean, are we in the middle of COVID? This shit. I can't even tell if we were in the
You know
end
what?
yet.
So I have a couple folks.
We should see if we can find some of the people who don't quit their job. Some of the cops who don't quit
You know
their
what?
job.
I talked to a young lady today, and I told her about the podcast, and maybe she, you know what? I don't even think I told her name, but I have contact with her. But she's a nurse, and she's been released from her job because she didn't get vaccinated, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We should
And
try to.
you know, and I want to talk to a couple people. I have a friend of mine who I won't say he was against being vaccinated, but he was just taking his time in his decision making about getting vaccinated, and he ended up getting COVID. And I think he spent about 15 days in the hospital. He was put on a respirator, and he was placed in a coma for I think it was about 4 or 5 days, just so he wasn't, working as hard trying to breathe. And I remember when he came home. Now the weird thing was, it appeared to me it's like soon as he started to show signs of a positive, positively getting over COVID, it was just like they sent him home. And he had lost so much color. I mean, he just looked pale. He looked like the ghost of Halloween. He just looked pale. And then, I watched him over the weeks and everything, because after he got out the hospital, he was just on go. He was just on. He wasn't at home, rested up. He was just on go.
Happy to be here still.
Yeah, because he was like, man, I tap danced with death, and I wanted to get back out there. He's a coach out in St. Helens, and he got right back out to coaching when he can barely even breathe. He would have to sit in the chair to coach. Then his lung capacity started to, get better or whatever. So I've spoken to him about being on the podcast just so he can talk to folks about his experience. And it's not for him to tell you, get vaccinated, not get vaccinated. Just his experience, and you can make your decision.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it'd be dope for us to talk to some folks. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna bring in a nurse, and
I don't know if we should talk about what we think is right or wrong, because I feel like when we do that, people gonna do what they do. But it's like, the mandate is the mandate, and like, I'm not telling nobody, listen, man, if you got it like that, or even if you don't, and you want to stand on it, I say stand on it.
My thing is this: it's like, for me, it was almost a no-brainer. I had some doubts, but it was almost a no-brainer when it came to getting vaccinated. But after you spend as much time in the military as I spent, I figured I was already an experiment. If they was injecting people with some kind of sensor or whatever, I already got one. I already got it, because I'm telling you, in the military, they vaccinate you against everything. Hepatitis B, C, Z. You get flu shots mandatory twice a year. You was getting the TB shots. I was getting every time on your birth date, or I think it was either your birth date or your anniversary of the date that you joined the military. You had to get all these vaccines.
Before this year or last year, whenever we got a damn vaccine, I hadn't had a vaccine since 2010.
Wow.
I had a vaccine in 2010.
You talking about flu shot?
Nah, I was starting school in New York, and I had I had to do a vaccine. I told them I had already been vaccinated. They didn't care. I get it. But
when I went back to college, they made me get. Yeah. I think I had to update my hepatitis, TB. Matter of fact, my doctor called me the other day and was like, "Hey, your TB, and I'm like,
that goddamn lady said left or right." I said, "I think I already been left or right." Mm-hmm. We hear all this shit, left or right.
But I was telling a person today. I said, when it comes down to the vaccine, I look at it two ways. You get two sets of dice. One set of dice is for taking the vaccine. The other set of dice is for not taking the vaccine. And you pick up whichever dice, and you roll them. And you may crap out, you may not. But there's two sets of dice, because none of us know what's really in this stuff. And you can bet on yourself. You can bet on, the CDC, or you can bet against the CDC, or whichever it is, you're betting on something. And you just choose whatever you bet on, and I'm for you.
I think people be thinking, when people tell them to get it, they like, well, you should get it because we know what's in it. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. Listen, man, I don't feel no kind of way with this. I got elderly grandparents. I got two grandmamas that I'm trying to be around here for as long as I can see them. So that's why I would recommend the vaccine, man. But whatever you decide to do in this life, man, that is ultimately going to be your decision. And as long as you can accept the consequences for whichever decision you make, I say more power to you. On another note, I know Clinton spoke on it earlier as far as, pretty much what we're doing as far as the open mic. But as the host of the open mic, man, I wanted to take this moment to kind of just tell the folks that was rocking with us for so long, man, for the 2, almost 3 years that we were out at Mingle Lounge, that I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? That was a incredibly unfortunate event that happened outside of anything that we got going on. Like Clinton said, it was on a day where we were not there, but we do understand the tragedy when we see it. But I just wanted to say and echo what he was saying, that we are currently looking for something. We are looking for a spot to do things, but it has to make sense. It just has to make sense for us. You know what I'm saying? We want to get right back out there, man, because we truly we understand that this city needs that kind of art, and we want to be the people that provide it. Hell, shit, we want other people to provide it, but the shit gotta still make sense for us, man, because things are, like everything else, man. It's COVID, so a lot of places have shut down. A lot of people have lost staff. Like it's kind of tough out here right now, man. It's really tough for everybody out here. But I wanted everybody to know that we are actively searching for a spot to have something weekly, and at the same time, we trying to work on other things. That comedy show we did live, that shit was a hit. Hell, we walked out of there feeling fantastic. We walked out of there like, yo, we finna put this shit right back on somewhere else. We gonna do it even bigger and better. True. And then, this tragedy happened. So, and we rolling with the punches like everybody else. But I just wanted to tell y'all, man, we really appreciate y'all for rocking with us as far as the show and the podcast and the shows and the parties and everything that we do out here in the city. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say what's the next party that we're going to do. You know what? I'm not going to say it out loud because, that every time I say something out loud, man, then next thing I know, a flyer pops up and somebody wants to do something.
I think somebody bugging. I was shit. Every time, we have conversations about shit we want to do, and I promise you the next week somebody's doing the exact same thing with the same name and shit.
The biggest problem is every time we do that, we'll turn around and we'll consult with people. And once we consult with people, and then those same people be like, "Oh man, that's a great idea, but it won't work because of this." And then I'll look up and they got a flyer out with the same thing. So we're not giving any more ideas out. We're gonna keep this all in house, just so we can just surprise you guys with something new, something different. We're gonna continue to use our local vendors. We got some really good food sources out there for our next event that we're going to put together. Man, when it comes down to people doing things in the city, and it's a lot of people that y'all hadn't heard of or y'all don't deal with, or y'all just don't
You said y'all don't deal with.
I know, because I talked to a young girl, and she was telling me that she got blackballed, and I'm like, how do you?
Man, cut it out. Importantly, how?
I'm like, how do you get blackballed? And but
she blackballed?
No, not this one.
I was gonna say, what did she do?
That's such a lovely picture.
What did she do?
But she was saying how she had gotten blackballed, and I was like, listen, there's a lot of people who are not homegrown here in Portland, and they're doing some things, and they're doing some big and major things. And there's certain forces that are getting in the way with making stopping those things for being successful. I'm telling y'all, stop it. All right, cut it out. Let people be great. You all right? Just because they're not from the city or they wasn't born and raised here, stop it. Let them be great because they're trying to do something to enhance the city. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about Adrian, right? Adrian is just like, what you got? You know, are you bringing something positive to the city? And if you are, I'm gonna back it and support it. And he's been a great support. This is somebody. You guys are throwing parties at your houses, right? And some of you guys think you can make some great gifts, some not great gifts, but great drinks. You cannot, and I'm going to repeat myself. You cannot make drinks like this lady here. It's called In the Mix with Miss Hicks. In the Mix with Miss Hicks. In the MIXX with Miss Hicks.
How much she paying you?
Hey, now, let me tell you something. When you come across people, and I'm horrible with names. I remember faces, but I'm horrible with names. And I came across this lady in the middle of COVID, and she was making frozen drinks, and she delivered them from Portland to my house in Hillsboro, and the drinks were great. They were made with faded vodka because I'm a supporter of faded vodka, and the drinks was great. And she would deliver these to your house. I ended up running into this young lady at an event. She looked familiar, but I wasn't sure. And you know, I'm very self-conscious. I'm kind of older than a lot of these chicks, and I don't want them to think I'm a zaddy. I am not your zaddy. I'm not paying condo rent. I'm not tricking off no dough, nothing. I'm very
they're looking for you.
Yeah,
It's
you know, I'm very
y'all
conscious.
wondering why I'm in the damn relationship.
You know, I'm like, so you know, when I started talking to her, and you know, I was like, wait a minute, I know you. And then I brought up the frozen drinks, and it's like, okay, so, you know, I'm like, I come across you twice in the form of, you know, business and seeing you doing your thing. So, you know what? Let me make sure you're great. I know you're already doing your thing, you know, but I'm going to make sure you're great. I'm going to make sure you out there, you're doing your thing. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a bartender, all right, this lady is who you're looking for. Beautiful. She's sexy. She's a professional. And she could come to your party, serve drinks at your party, so you don't have to waste the time doing it. You know, and the prices are very reasonable. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to support black businesses by paying their prices. But her prices is very reasonable.
Oh, right? Is this all girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she, you know what also makes me my favorite?
Let's support her.
She dressed up like Little Kim for Halloween. If y'all don't know anything about me, Lil' Kim used to be my favorite. She was my favorite female rapper.
First of all, listen.
Till Lil' Kim went. That's
man, support this woman business, man. I don't know what she dressed up for Halloween.
Her Instagram page is In the Mix, MIXX, with Miss Hicks, right? MISSHICKS.
Yeah, shout out.
The Mix with Miss Hicks. All right.
You didn't shout out my Halloween costume.
Listen, I was trying to avoid this conversation.
How you know
what?
Shout out her?
Do me a favor. Do me a favor right now.
How y'all gonna shout out her?
Post your Halloween costume on 2 Cent the podcast. That's what I would like you to do, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I don't know the ages of everyone out there, but my host,
I grew up in the 80s, man.
He almost lost his job doing this. But my host went as what was his name?
The Macho Man, Randy Savage.
He went as Randy Savage for Halloween. And that's not a problem. Not even the fact that he was running around in a pair of Speedos, that wasn't the problem.
Shout out to Cachet for the wrestling belt, man.
All right. Listen, my problem was, for some reason, my man decided he needed some support. All right. And he went out and bought a pair of pantyhose.
First of all, my woman bought me them, first of all.
Okay. Regardless of who bought them.
She told me I couldn't be out here free balling for y'all.
Listen, then you should have went as a Ninja Turtle or something else. Listen, my man had on a pair of pantyhose, and if you guys...
They were no pantyhose.
They were pantyhose. They had the control top. Come on, ladies. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the control top. Right. When I saw him, I'm like, it wasn't you looking at him like, hey, this dude must have shaved his legs or something. His legs look smooth.
I didn't even know what a control top was.
This man had on a pair of pantyhose with the control tops. Listen, my mama used to send me to the store, and she'd be like, go get me a pair of pantyhose with the control top and in nude. That's what she was sending me to the store to get. So I know.
I think they're the ones I got to.
Yeah.
I ain't know what control top meant.
Man, listen,
I know it didn't go well with my.
It didn't go. It didn't go
pants,
well. The pantyhose didn't go well with the panties. I'm sorry, brother. Don't do that again.
It's all good, man.
You know, don't do that again.
I mean, that costume gonna get one more wear. I'm taking that shit on the road. I might be downtown tomorrow.
Then his girl was like, he couldn't be at my party in front of my mother with his dick swinging.
Hey,
I don't know all of that, but whatever it is, put him in a cup. She said he wasn't comfortable in a cup.
Nah, I got the cup, but the wrestling belt kept on coming down on the cup, making it uncomfortable for me.
Listen, man, that means the costume was a bust.
Nah, it was a good costume, man. It was a good costume.
Listen, man, if you ever come out the house again with a pair of control top pantyhose, we're going to have a different conversation because maybe you need to really come out.
Hey, man, you know what? Let me tell you something. All right, they just canceled Dave Chappelle, so you keep on.
Hey, listen.
You keep on.
You know what? And
you
that's
just keep on doing what you're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I know everybody is pissed off at Dave
just
Chappelle.
Keep doing what you doing.
And, you know, I respect you guys for being pissed off at Dave Chappelle. I respect it. Especially if you listen to the whole entire, comedy show.
Nobody listens to the whole thing.
No. But you know what? The thing about it is this. Listen, Dave Chappelle put out a message that he felt that people would understand. But people are always going to take from your message what they want to take from it. And the naysayers, the negative people, the haters, are always going to find a way to build negatively on your message. Yep. So even though you guys are out there and you might have your haters, hey, just respect it. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? People are not here to mandatorily support you. So the things that you do and people start to criticize for whatever reason, just accept it for what it is. That's what Dave Chappelle has done. You know, now he's on a far bigger, stage than we are. But we get the same haters. You know, we get people who, because we promoted shows at the club where a young man lost his life at, and, they tried to make us responsible for that, and we wasn't even there.
Oh, you're not going to do this? Hold on. Let's go on and wrap this podcast up.
You're
not going to do this with them?
People are going to take from a message what they want to take from it. Just stand your ground, be who you are, and get ready for season 3 of 2 Cent the Podcast, because without you guys, man, we wouldn't be here.
This was impromptu. We're going to catch y'all up on what we've been up to on the next podcast.
Well,
man.
not on the next one. So listen.
No, we can't do it now, man. We already.
No. But on the next podcast, we're gonna do 2 in the next weekend.
My bad, yeah.
So I'm gonna have a podcast with my day ones. I'm gonna have DeAngelo facilitate a couple podcasts. I'm gonna be there because I can't leave him by himself. As you know, I'm his rescuer.
Wait, man, we can't do that. We got I'm looking at the calendar. That ain't gonna be for another. That's another 2 weeks from away.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. So there will be a podcast before that one. But it's 2 weeks from now, around the 13th of November. We're going to have, I'm going to have a podcast on my day ones. DeAngelo is not my day one. He's like day 23, But my day ones is going to be in town. They're coming out here to visit Oregon. They're going to, they're coming out here to see why I love it so much.
That should be fun.
So, these are cats that I grew up with, the ones that I did dirt with. The ones that can validate your boy. They can let you know if everything I ever told you was a truth or a lie. All right? They've been with me since day one, man. We go all the way back to, man. We go all the way back, So they're going to be in town. And then, I decided I wanted to do a podcast on, with married couples. Going to have Jahi and his wife, Sakori. It's going to be myself and my wife.
Gary coming through?
Gary's wife has to work, but hopefully we can talk her out of either missing that day or something. She likes her money.
You think Gary gonna come?
Gary
he probably ain't gonna come without her.
He has to miss work, but I wanted to do it with couples, so you can kind of get a feel of different people, how they survive. I'm not asking people to go into, their deepest, darkest secrets, but just, the advice that they would give people who are up and coming, You
think my new girlfriend will come on?
You know what? I think she likes me, as a friend better than she likes you. So, I think for me,
she never gonna do this shit with y'all.
But I think she'll come and support me. And she's a very professional lady. You know what, man? I'm actually. I told DeAngelo this a few months ago. I said I'm going to start holding you accountable. Right? there's about, there's a little bit of age gap. So I have to, and somebody told me that he was the way he was because we co-sided. And
What?
I thought about that, and I said, you know what? Yeah, we celebrate all of his misogyny.
Man, what the fuck you talking about?
No.
That's not misogyny.
True story.
First of all, that's not misogyny.
And the person looked at me and told me that I should know better than to do that. And
I don't know who told you that, but she lied.
And when I thought about that, I said, you know what? Not just when it comes to relationship or how he interacts with women or whatever, but your whole entire life. So I got on his ass, and I'm like, you finna buy a house, right?
What?
You're too comfortable.
You can't make me buy a house.
Hey, and the first thing I did, I got him in touch with one of my realtors, and not a realtor but a mortgage broker, who put him in touch with somebody else. And I'm like, okay, you got to call them, turn in this paperwork so they can guide you down the path, because you at this age, you should be a homeowner. So that's what we're pushing.
I didn't know, man. Maybe I'm.
And then also what I told him is, I'm not going to sit back and celebrate you and all this bullshit you be doing with women. I'm not going to do it no more.
Oh, man.
Not in good conscience can I raise my son while his uncle is over here acting a goddamn donkey.
Man, what you talking about?
I wish I was Charlemagne the God and I can give you donkey today.
You know what's so crazy, man? I wish my life was as exciting as my friends thought it was.
But you know what? The thing about it is,
Gary told me, he was like, man, I be just living through you, man.
I'm not
like,
living through you because there's a lot of VD up in there. There's a lot of VD scares because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm watching.
You said VD, man.
Yeah,
how
VD.
old you know what's so crazy? You know how old your ass is saying VD.
Listen, man. I know a lot of young cats, and like, hey, Unc, I met this girl. Hey, Unc, I met this girl. Hey, Unc, I went out with this girl. And I'm going like,
I don't move like that, though.
Dude, come on, man. Get in here.
I ain't never move like. I ain't never been.
You know what? I almost said too much, but
I don't move like
yes,
that. Man.
you used to. But we gonna leave it there before I slip up. But it's too easy right now. Guys don't have to work hard. These dating apps make it too easy.
Man, look.
All you got to do is swipe right, swipe left. You know what?
That's a whole different conversation. Listen, I ain't never thought it was easy. I mean, I ain't never thought it was hard out here. I've already told y'all what I think of this pool. Of this,
and you know what?
Of this dating
and you know
pool
what? And I
here.
told you the same thing. It's just like if I was to go to Atlanta, and for some strange reason I ended up single, I would run through Atlanta like it
You think
was.
so?
Yeah. And because the thing about it is,
What you got on?
huh?
Are you gonna put yourself together? Are you gonna care about yourself?
Hey man, listen.
Let me tell you something. My mama used to tell me you need to put yourself together like you care about yourself.
Let me tell you something, man.
You feel like you can come out in anything?
Let me tell you what.
You wear your flannel. You wear your flannel and your chucks out there if you want to. See how it go.
You know what?
Go on. See how it goes.
And you know what? I will call my boy Mike right now because when I lived in Georgia, the first thing that my boy Lawrence told me, my boy Lawrence Cummings, what up, Lawrence? He said, you ain't coming out here with that California shit. Ain't going with that California shit. These women want money.
No, everybody like what's new, but you still have to put yourself together to a certain extent.
Let me explain something to you, young man. You don't have to put yourself anything except for different than the dudes in that city.
Clint,
So if you want to put on,
Clint ain't nowhere in here you finna tell me you was out there looking crazy.
listen, let me tell you something.
And they be out here looking crazy.
Let me tell you something. The problem with you guys think is that you have to go and dress up. And the problem is with dudes in Atlanta, y'all dress like dudes in Atlanta. So all I have to do is dress not like a dude in Atlanta.
No, that's gonna be easy.
The
to
same
do
thing and the same thing in Portland. You know what gives a lot of guys success in the dating scene in Portland?
What?
They dress up. You can go to a funeral, you can go to a wedding, you can go to a church, and you're going to have dudes in shorts and sandals.
I don't dress up.
But you know what? Your style of dress is different from the style of dress of the guys in Portland.
That's because I don't wear that trash.
Because it separates you. But if you wore what you wore in Atlanta, you're just the average dude.
First of all, man,
you're just the average dude.
it's not about the clothes. Ain't
No,
about the
no.
clothes.
It's not necessarily about the clothes, but you have to look different than what the local dudes look like. Listen to Game from your favorite uncle, man. I'm trying to tell you something and you don't want to listen.
Man, when I moved out here, well, first of all, people in Atlanta think I look crazy. But that was
Well,
only
you're like the only black dude with
gauges and tattoos and
you know what? If you guys don't know what
well,
gauges
actually, you know
is,
though, but you gotta remember, I looked like this when I was 16. See, right now right now the times have caught up to whatever this is.
No, you've moved to a location that has caught up to your 16-year-old look. This dude got earlobes that you can put a Red Bull can in. Yeah, I'm just, but it's different because
I know somebody in here who like it.
Yeah, shout out to our lawyer.
She gonna kill you.
I know she
gonna
gonna kill me, but I love her to death though. I tell you, I love her to death. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, young cats, listen to me when I tell you. When we're sitting here and I'm talking to young guys, they look at, I'm the older cat. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. What you trying to run through, I done already been through. And I've already learned from them what they like. And what they like is you have to present yourself to be different than the local dudes. If you look like the local dude, you're just a local dude. And women are tired of the local dude.
I don't ever think I've presented myself to be different from the local dude. I don't know the local dude.
Well, but see, that's the thing about it. You don't know the local dude, but you're not presenting yourself as a local dude because you haven't fallen into that same stigma or that same style of dress or the same way that they act or dance or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you go to North Carolina, guys who get girls in North Carolina, they're in the club dancing with each other. Guys.
Listen, I've been in North Carolina.
And guys are in the club. They're dancing with each other.
I've been to clubs in North Carolina. Damn, I shouldn't even say that. I don't care. Listen, one time I was in the club in North Carolina. I was at Raleigh with my girlfriend. And this chick came to start dancing in front of me. My girl came from behind me and pushed this bitch on the ground. Damn, that shit was so funny, man. Listen, that shit was. I had to be 22. It had nothing to do with nothing, man. I just remember when you said this from North Carolina, I thought about last time I was in North Carolina in the club.
Now, I remember dudes in North Carolina what kind
of man, we ain't finna talk about shit dude from North Carolina. Gary gonna
dance
kill you.
with each other.
Gary gonna kill you.
But you know what? Is Gary from North Carolina, New York?
Hey, man,
Atlanta?
Germany.
I'm not sure where Gary's
from. Hold on,
from.
you even talk about my partner. Hold on, you even do this.
Listen,
shout out to 2 seasons.
But these dudes they dance and the girls would just look at who was the best dancer and the girls would approach them. And, I was like, that's weird. But I tried to get in that circle and dance with these guys, and it didn't go so well for you, boy.
What?
It didn't go so well for you, boy. Never been a good dancer, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a phenomenal dancer.
Yeah, You know what? Speaking of phenomenal dancing, you're not.
Oh, no, I'm phenomenal. No.
You're not.
Now, you know what? I ain't even playing. I ain't even Clint. I'm not even gonna let you say that about me because there's too many people in the world who will tell you.
Hey, listen.
Nah.
Maybe before his knees went bad, he was phenomenal. You know what? I have a video from Dre's wedding. Do you remember Dre's wedding? That was around September 6th of this year, correct?
Yeah. First of all,
Let's talk about Dre.
I gave that woman a dance of her life. I gave it to me and Tiffany Mom was out there on that floor getting it.
Can we talk about Dre real quick?
Yeah, we can talk about Dre. Hey, man,
I know we're a little bit into this, but we got a couple more minutes.
Fine, let's talk about. Okay, so I wanted to keep this to rescuers, but I'm just gonna call this the catch up.
Yeah,
no. Let's do it. Let's do it because I don't want to do it on a second podcast. So let's just go do it.
Listen,
you want to do it? This shit might run.
So
20 more.
After the events that transpired from the club,
yeah.
So you know what? Let me get you guys caught up with Uncle Clint's temporary depression.
Hey man, I don't even know if we can say that.
August started off real great. I met with my boys that I grew up with. We have a annual trip where we go to Vegas. We went to Vegas. We did our things. A couple weeks later, one of my boys was renewing his wedding vows, and I flew out to Cali for that. Right. On my way back on that Saturday morning, I got a call from a friend of mine that I met and used to work with in Georgia. Her daughter had been missing for over a year, and she called to tell me that they had found her daughter's remains in a different part of Georgia. Her daughter was murdered in South Carolina and disposed of in Georgia. And then, I got on the plane for California, landed, went straight to, the regular job. And about 2-something in the morning, I got a call that there was a shooting in the club. And, so I went to the club and found out that a young man had lost his life. And then everything was just snowballing from there. But then the upside was, a couple weeks later, our guy got married, the beginning of September. Dre got married. So we all flew out to San Francisco to partake in this, this festive moment of watching these two lovebirds walk down the aisle. But, of course, before you send your friend down the aisle, you got to give him the ultimate bachelor's party. And I would have to say Dre is a big disappointment.
What?
He's a big disappointment.
What you talking about?
All right, so that Friday.
Dre gonna kill you.
No, it was Saturday. Saturday, right? So I flew in, I think that Saturday. Gary, he, DeAngelo, and his and Gary's wife, they toured Southern California. Then we all met up in Northern California on that Saturday. I flew in.
Should have came to LA with us. It was dope. We had a good time in LA.
Was raised there, so I didn't need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we get up to, San Francisco. I pick up my boy Jai from the airport, drop him off. I get to the room. We all go and try to get some breakfast that took us 4 hours in line to wait for breakfast. Then, I go back to the room. I take me a nap, and then we get up, and it's time for the festivities, y'all. If you know your favorite Uncle Clint, I like to dress my best and get out there and just do some ratchet shit, right? So the first thing we do, we go out to dinner, right? Go out to dinner.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, it's a celebration. We about to turn our man over to the marriage police, right? He's got to give up his freedom. So, we start off with dinner. Dinner ran us, which was pretty reasonable. I think it was 8 or 9 of us. The bill came out to almost $800, right?
That was a good. Hey, I thought it was a good meal though.
Yeah, very good meal.
House of Prime Rib, if y'all wanted to know.
In San Francisco.
I want to get him. I want to get him props. That was I enjoyed that.
Let me tell you. So, one of the waiters was coming out of the kitchen or wherever it is, and he trips, and his tray goes all over the ground. It wasn't a food; it was like sauces or whatever, and part of it gets on Gary's jacket, right? So they grab Gary's jacket, they take it in the back to clean it up. Gary is in a panic because his wallet is in his jacket or whatever.
Steal that man,
right?
buddy.
So the manager, I can't remember his name because I'm horrible with getting names. The manager, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, my host didn't fall, but that was the very expensive microphone that did.
God damn. Yo. Hold on, I'm off. Hold on.
So anyway. So they take Gary's jacket to the back to clean it up. And so the manager, he comes back and he's like, guys, I'm going to take care of all your drinks. Now, at this point we had a lot of drinks. And for him to take a portion of that bill, was very cool. I think it was like $200-300 worth of drinks. So we appreciated him for that, which left us a little bit of money. Well, it left me a little bit of money. Right, so I decided, Dre is getting married. We need to do something out of the ordinary. So I got him a shot of Louis XIII. Now, if you guys know, and I'm not trying to brag here, but this was a very festive occasion. He's doing something, new in his life. He's making a change in his life. Him and his bride, his fiancée, they're getting married. So I really wanted to celebrate. And plus, after, a couple drinks, you forget that you're, on a budget. So I decided to buy him a shot of Louis XIII. This is where I want to, slap the guy in the face. Not violently, but just a little tap, like, just a little. He's my friend, so I don't want to hit him, like, hard. I just want to, slap him in the face. Because when you get served something like that, Louis XIII was like $275 a shot. And if they're going to serve it a certain way, you don't freaking tell them to serve it to you any other way. You accept it the way that it's supposed to be served. So they take it and they kind of warm it up because it's supposed to be a shot that's warm. And you kind of sip this shot. Dre goes, oh, no, I don't need that. I'm just going to drink it straight. Now, this is a shot that Dre is supposed to drink himself. Dre is sharing it with his son.
Sharing is caring.
Listen, I didn't buy this for you and your son to sip on and share. This is for yours. This is a taste that you should savor for yourself and not share with anyone, but Dre had to share it with his son. He had to let his son put his young ass Navy lips on this glass.
He said the young Navy
instead of him just enjoying that himself. You know what I'm saying? And then we look rather ghetto.
He was back in the wild, man.
We look rather ghetto that this man is sitting up here sipping from a shot with another man. Okay.
Hey, man, that's your shot, man. You let CJ sip from a cup from you.
Let me tell you something.
I'll be honest with you. I don't drink after my son.
Let me tell you something. I'm raising a young prince. I'm raising a young prince.
Yeah,
he gonna be like, Dad, get me my own.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
You know, hopefully at that age he can buy his own. But anyway, so after we leave the restaurant and we pay this bill,
let's go half on the bottle, and then you can keep it at your house for a while.
Listen, I don't need to keep a $3,000 bottle of liquor nowhere but back in the store where it belongs.
Exactly.
But
it's four, but who's counting?
So, you know, we turn around and we go to a cigar bar. Now, I'm not a cigar person, or at that time I wasn't. I didn't have the appreciation for a cigar because it just feels like you're smoking the ash already.
And now your ass all over it.
Yeah, you know, I done got a little, you know, distinguished since being exposed to it. So
I enjoyed the cigar bar. I thought that was real cool.
It was cool,
man.
but you know, you're more educated in cigars and, you know, whiskeys and scotches and stuff like that. Me, I'm like, you know, give me some Hennessy and ginger ale, and you know, I feel exquisite. You know what I mean? You know, you're a little bit more refined than I am when it comes to things like that. So we go to the cigar bar, right? So I'm watching, you know, everybody's enjoying the cigar. You know, we kind of just chilling out. Then it's time to really get down to the nitty gritty. It's time to get down and do some ratchet shit with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we drive about 5 minutes away to a street called Broadway. And if anybody knows, Broadway is always the street where it's always popping.
It was popping, though.
So we get over there. We see the lines trying to get into the club. So we stop at this one spot. You know, I'm like, you know, I talked to the dude. I said, hey, man, you know, can we look inside to see if it's worth going in?
He did ask, can we look inside?
So
His man looked at you crazy like, what?
He did. First he said no, and then he's like, you know what? I'll let you look in.
He did,
so, you know,
let you in there.
I asked him, I said, hey, you know, I see the strippers in here. You got any black strippers? And he was like,
is that what you asked him?
Yeah.
I know you were talking. Why would you ask him that, man?
Hey, man, listen, you know, you got to have all the flavors. You can't just have one flavor. You got to have all the flavors.
Got at least one black stripper.
Yeah, so, you know, he was like, yeah, we got a couple, and they bad, too. So he pointed
They
them out.
actually did hey, the two black strippers in there. I forgot. What's the name of the strip club?
I forgot, man.
They
You know,
were-
I'm horrible with names.
They was bad, though. It was both of
So-
them was bad. I like that.
We decided not to go in because everybody needs cash, so we got to find an ATM machine. And then the most
yeah, they ain't
disappointing
taking
thing that one of our friends could say, the groom said to us, you know what, I'm going to let you tell our audience what
Dre
the groom
said?
said. This was very disappointing.
we
what the
all
groom
we
said.
all in the front of the thing, and the guys just tell us, man, y'all need cash to come in. You know, they don't do cards, so whatever goddamn reason. But the dudes, though, Dre turned around and said, hey, man, we don't have to go in this strip club. We can just go to a bar. It could just be us. You should have saw everybody's face. We all like, no.
Everybody looked at Dre
Nah,
was like,
player.
you're being very selfish
Exactly,
right now.
100%. Ain't nobody.
Listen.
Hey, the dinner was for you. This part is for us.
Do
as
you,
a group,
do
as
you
a team.
understand that when guys are allowed to go to a bachelor's party, it's not about what the bachelor really wants to do.
Exactly.
It's the fact that my woman, wife, girlfriend let me out of the house to hang with
Exactly.
you knowing that we're going to go and be ratchet.
I'm not trying to get into anything we can
And
do
you-
on our regular goddamn
And you
outings.
want to go sit at a bar in a circle with 9 other dudes.
Dad, I promise you, if y'all would have went to a bar, I would have went back to my hotel. I promise you. I swear
Listen.
to God, I'm not even fucking joking with you.
So as you can tell, his thought was we hit override on that. And so we walked down, you know, we went and got some money out the ATM machine, and we went back to that strip club.
It's on.
And the first thing your favorite Uncle Clint did, he went and introduced himself to his nieces that were strippers.
I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I walked in there, I knew I was like, I like this. I spotted a few, and
Yeah,
I was like,
I went up
I
there.
like this,
Hey,
man.
listen, I introduced myself and I said, listen, I want you to perform a lap dance for, my guy right here.
Yeah, we was on it. As soon as we got in there, we was like, yo, we got to get as many dancers over here
Listen,
on Dre as possible.
We gonna call her strippers because yeah.
I thought you didn't call them strippers no more.
Hey, I don't know about
Like you're
y'all.
not supposed to call flight attendants stewardesses no more. That's wrong.
Listen, I understand the word stewardess come from the 70s, but listen.
You're not supposed to say it no more. I don't think.
Hey, whatever.
So they still strippers or they dancers now?
They strippers.
Maybe they strippers or they dancers.
She don't know. She won't know until her bachelor party.
She called them
Bachelorette party.
She ain't getting no goddamn bachelorette party.
Yeah, we gonna make sure that's cracking. So anyway, we turn around and here it is. We go in there and I'm telling stripper like, hey, this is the groom. Give him one of those great lap dances, and he's shaking
this shit.
He's shaking his head. No, I don't want to.
If y'all done seen that meme with that white cat, that's how Dre looked. He was just shaking his head like, nah, I'm good.
Man, listen, I forced this dude to the back. You getting this lap dance because tomorrow you are no longer a single man. Let me tell you something. You know how horrible you have to be as a lap dance recipient for the stripper to give a refund?
Hey, man, I think I want you to stop. I'm not sure what we're supposed to say.
Listen, the girl came from the back of the room and gave me my $60 back.
Now check it out. Then Dre started giving fun facts about this broad. He really was like, she's going to school. She's like,
she has a 2-year-old son.
Why would you be having real conversation?
It's like in a 5-minute song.
I'm not gonna do this with you. I said I wasn't gonna do this.
We're gonna do this. He knew that she had a 2-year-old son. She was going to school. And she was a very nice girl. She was so nice, she gave me a refund. So I figured, you know what? I'm supposed to spend this money, so I decided to spend it on Dre Jr. Dre Jr., he's a trooper. He looked at me. He looked at her. And I think he made it to the back before she did. So my money was well spent, right? It was well spent, right? It didn't go to waste. Until we get ready to try to introduce Dre to the second stripper. Oh, and she was nicer than the first one. So now, DeAngelo, to our other homeboys, they kind of, talking to the stripper and they're pointing at Dre, and the whole time Dre is shaking his head no. He was not the representation of a man about to get married. It was just odd. He was shaking his head.
Hey man, maybe he's seen that. Maybe he's had that, man. Maybe that's boring to him.
Like I said in the beginning of this podcast, you are always there to rescue.
Dog, maybe he's bored with, Clint. Maybe you still impressed by young naked women dancing and gyrating on poles. Maybe that's beneath him.
So that's why you guys sent the stripper to me?
I got you that because I'm your friend. I did that in confidence.
No.
I have no idea why you put that on the podcast.
Hey, so you didn't want to get yourself in trouble is what it was.
First of all, let me tell you something. I honestly, and I shouldn't even say stuff like this, I honestly don't like strippers. And I don't like strip clubs.
You know what?
I don't like strippers. And I'll tell you why. I don't like when a chick asks me second or third to my friends. And I'm serious,
You
man.
act like you about to run a train on a girl. It's just a strip club.
First of all, I need you to fucking relax all the way. So, no, what I mean is,
You act like you wasn't in your teens before in your life.
Dog, even then, if you ask, if me and you in a strip club and she asks you if you want to dance first, I don't want to dance for her anymore because she was going to give it to you. I like to feel special.
It's just a dance.
I like to feel special. I like to believe that it's about me and that you wanted me. And secretly, if you're going to sell me the fantasy, motherfucker, sell it. If you're not,
you know your ego is taller than you.
I
You
swear,
know that, right?
listen, I'm not even joking right now.
I know it. That's the sad part.
Listen, I've been in Portland for about 5-6 years. I'm telling you, I've probably given a total about $70 out here. And I'm talking about to every single time I've been in the strip club. I know I've been to the strip club at least 5 times. I mean, I think about $70 is like a tops.
He said 7?
70.
70.
And that was only because girls was watching. You know, if it was just me and you.
That's horrible.
You don't been in clubs with just me and you. You know I'm going to eat and drink and leave.
Yeah, you're horrible. But, for me, I don't. So one of my boys told me, he said, you overthink too much. And I understand what he means. So he's the go to the strip club in the daytime type of person. So anytime anytime it's time to, go to a strip club, he's like, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, I'm kind of like Dre. It's like, we can go do something else. Let's just go grab a drink. At the strip club.
I've been to the strip club with him. We was having a good time. There was conversation there. We was there to talk business anyway.
Listen, who holds a business meeting in a strip club? The only time you hold a business meeting in a strip club, that's like when they have college recruits. They send them to all the frat parties to distract them, so they go ahead and sign on the dotted line. That's how it is. You don't hold a business meeting in a strip club. But, my boy will hold a business meeting.
When I walked in, I was like, oh, I thought we used to talk some business.
Strippers everywhere. But, it's just like, but I stopped going to the strip club with him because his daughters became stripper age.
Oh, well,
So now I'm like, okay, if I'm in a strip club.
What stripper age, though? I think my daughter.
Old enough to be in a strip club stripping. So now I'm like,
I'm sitting next to you. My daughter's stripper age now, I think.
Well, I don't know. But
actually, my daughter would never be stripper age.
I felt uncomfortable because now, if I'm sitting next to you in a strip club and I'm tipping these girls and they're the same age as your daughters, what are you going to think when you see me around your daughters?
First of all, man, that is an incredible reach. And honestly,
I don't care, but
I'm not about to shame strippers on here.
I'm not shaming strippers. What I'm talking about is, if you look at your boy and every time you turn around, he's overly attracted or whatever to the 21 and 22-year-old girl, you're going to start to think to yourself, like, are you looking at my daughter?
No, I'm not, Clinton. What is wrong with you?
So listen, I might be an overthinker.
What is wrong with you? No, I'm not.
But I'm the type of person where I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is a good look. I don't want to go to the strip club anymore.
I assumed that all my partners.
I'm not going to assume anything.
Y'all,
you know what?
I see y'all children like my children.
Listen, I'm quite sure that in the beginning, everybody assumed that R. Kelly would only date an adult. But he married a child, okay? And everybody assumed that this man should know better.
Man, why is this podcast going on 2 hours? You have to cut this shit off.
And I'm quite sure that when Bill Cosby offered that young woman a drink, I'm quite sure she assumed that it was just a drink.
While we're talking, since you want to go down this road, I was having a conversation with her. I think we'll just call her for now because I'm not sure if she want to be. I was having a conversation with her the other night, and we were talking about. God damn, man, it just slipped my mind. What are you talking about, Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby.
So yeah, okay. So we was talking about intent, kind of. I don't know if it was intent, really. I'm sure she wants to correct me right now, but we were talking about, like, if you show up to my room at 3 a.m., like, you already fucking know what it is, man. I'm out of town. You done showed up. But she said, well, what if I found out you were a creep, like, when I got up to the room? Like, part of me feel like, how can I be a creep? You came up here. That's like me coming in here for fucking chicken nuggets, and then you be like, I don't got ranch. I still want the chicken nuggets. I mean, I came up here for them. I mean, was that a bad analogy? I'm sorry. Was that a bad analogy?
It's not a bad analogy.
Okay, hold on. Okay, that's like me pulling up on McDonald's. I want the chicken nuggets, and they be like, the fuck you want? Chicken nuggets? Like, I know you was rude. I know you was an asshole, but I still want the chicken nuggets because I came over here for chicken nuggets.
But, if you go to Taco Bell, and Taco Bell intend to give you a taco, but you want chicken nuggets, and Taco Bell said, no, I don't want to give you chicken nuggets.
You know what? Watch this. Let's go all the way raw with it. If I go to a hotel room at 3 o'clock and she stank, am I leaving without the pussy? Probably not. I just wanted to take a shower.
I'm going to tell you like this. So this is what I mean,
but what I'm saying is, if you went up there for one particular reason, like, what can happen so dramatic? And first of all, I'm not trying to make light of sexual assault at all. I don't want nobody to think that. But what I'm saying is, I'm speaking to intent. If you went there for the purpose of sex, I think we start talking about Kobe. That's. I mean, I know Dre triggered now, but no, I said something about Kobe, and she said, except for when he did that in Colorado. I was like, wait, what?
But okay, so this is the thing. Okay, let me kind of back up a little bit. I got a 12-year-old son, and I would normally have the birds and the bees talk with him, and I would tell him, this is how you approach a woman. This is how you get a woman. This is how you do A, B, and C. But in today's time, I have to teach my son that, hey, because she said you can hold her hand doesn't mean you get to kiss her. Because you can kiss her doesn't mean you get to touch her breast. Because she lets you touch her breast doesn't mean you get to penetrate her with your penis. And because you get to penetrate with your penis doesn't mean you don't have to wear protection. So you have to have these real conversations nowadays.
Let me tell you something. I told my son, I'm glad we're having these conversations. These are the real conversations we should have. We should bring our kids on. Man, listen. So I have a bar in the house. Everybody know I got a bar in the house or whatever. So
this is the one with the cameras on it?
Dog, he brought this shit over there. And they drunk the whole bottle. Like the whole bottle. The bottle wasn't open when she got here. They drunk the whole bottle. They proceeded to argue. So he's telling me this. He's telling me this, dog. They proceeded to argue. And so I'm like, well, did you make sure she got home? Did you get her Uber? Nah, she left this morning. Whoa. So now I'm going to ask him. I asked him a straight question. I said, did you sleep with her? Yeah. No. And like I told him, I said, you cannot do that. You cannot finish a whole bottle and argue with a chick and sleep with her. Y'all gotta choose. Some of these things can't happen because I said if she finished the whole bottle, you've already put her judgment into question. You know what I'm saying? Because now can she consent? Can she? Can she realistically consent at this point?
I think it with the current
I shouldn't even say stuff like this on this podcast.
No, but
it's whatever. But can you though?
But with the current environment that we in, we have to assume that she can't.
Dog, you know what I told him? And maybe this is some hard, just tough love type shit I said. Son, I'm going to tell you like this. And my son is grown, like in his 20s. I told him, I said, man, if you got to give it a whole bottle to fuck, then maybe you're doing something wrong. I'm being honest with you because you don't need to. Dog, let me tell you something. After me and my lady finish a whole bottle of Hennessy, we don't want to do nothing but go to sleep.
That's your old ass. Oh, after I finish a whole bottle of Hennessy, I'm out on my patio. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing.
After you finish a half bottle of Hennessy,
hey,
all you want to do is for somebody to help you to the bathroom.
No.
Hell, you talking about all you want to do. You don't want to do. You ain't know nobody patio. Shut up.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something, boy. Hey, I get some Hennessy in me, boy. I'm 17 again.
Hey, listen, Clint. I want you to stop lying to me. I don't know if you lying to me or the listeners.
Listen.
I'm not sure.
Hey, I don't want nobody to test me on it because, I got a lot of assets and I don't want to give my wife half of them. But I'm going to tell you something, man.
Shut your lying ass up.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you like this. Hey, I'm not, when you get that Hennessy dick, I'm sorry. I don't care what age.
I want you to shut up, man.
Hey.
I'm about to start talking about this. I'm about to start talking about the end of this wedding again.
Hey, listen. Hey, you know what? Y'all, don't make me post a video now. No. But you know what? With all seriousness, man, in the current climate that we're in when it comes to the Me Too movement, I've learned something from Brianna the poet, right?
Did you say Rihanna? You meant Renata?
No, I said Brianna.
Oh, poet. Brianna. I thought you said Rihanna.
No, I meant to say Brianna the poet.
Okay.
And I also learned from Renata.
I know what you're saying. I thought you meant to say that because you said Rihanna.
No. Because both of them, even at my, age, has given me the education of what misogyny is, what I should be educating my son on, and that I need to get out of my old way of thinking. Because I was having this conversation with a lady and her husband today. We were just talking about society and the way society thinks. We was talking about, our pronouns and different things of that nature. And one of the things that we was talking about is how we have to educate our sons in order to stop this misogynistic behavior. I didn't think it was a thing. I thought it was just some feminist bullshit that they, word that they kept using to throw around. But, misogyny, toxic masculinity, and all of that stuff are things that we have to discuss with our sons, because we're going to have to curb this R. Kelly behavior. We need to stop. Yeah, we have to stop the Bill Cosby behavior. We have to stop this rape culture, because, man, I got a daughter, and I don't want to do life in prison. You know, I don't want to do life in prison. You know, when some guy comes along and violates her because her cheerleading skirt was too short. You know what I'm saying? Or she gave him a smile, or she thought he was cute, or she allowed him to kiss her, and he thinks that that's the key to go as far as he wanted to go, even though she's saying stop. Now, for me and my daughters, I do hold them accountable. When my daughter was, my oldest daughter was around 12 or 13. I told her she couldn't be on social media, and back then social media was MySpace. And come to find out, my daughter had a MySpace page, and she was being grown. And
don't do this.
No, I'm gonna do this, because this is a very good lesson for people.
Okay.
She was being grown, and I told her, I said, listen, you shouldn't be on here trying to talk to men, because even though you have the cloak of the internet to kind of, you know, shield you from these men, there are certain things that you're doing to let them know where you are. And I said, one, look at this picture. It shows you're middle school. It shows where you're located. And I said, for two, if you're going to sit here and lie to this man and tell him that you're 22 years old, you make $201,000 a year.
Damn, I only made 201.
Yeah, and that you live in Compton.
Who hiring in Compton for $200,000 fucking dollars?
Yeah, and that you're a registered nurse. I'm not going to hold this man accountable for your lies, but I'm going to hold you accountable for your lies.
I would like to tell y'all fellas, I'm not going to hold y'all accountable for my daughter's lies, but I'm going to kill you with the same.
I'm going to tell you like this, because you know what? I think it's very unfair.
It is.
It's very unfair.
It is. I'm going to do it all the same.
That a man, you know, and we can go through, you know, all the different elements of this thing. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't know. But I use my personal experience as an example. I did not know.
You ain't never asked a chick for ID?
No, never.
Shit, I don't know.
And let me tell you why.
Fuck out of here.
My wife is 11 years younger than me.
I asked for ID.
No, my wife is 11 years younger than me. We go to a bar. No, we go to a restaurant. They ask us, do we want to order drinks? She orders a rum and Coke. They look at her ID. They bring her a rum and Coke. We go to this club, which was her favorite club. It was called the Beehive in San Jose, California. They look at her ID. We get into the club. What am I asking you for ID for? Everything that we've done up to this point, they treated you like you were 21. So my spidey senses didn't go off.
Man.
This is when we first started dating.
I tell you that, you know, you're a little older than me, but while I ain't never dated, I've never. I ask anyway, man. Like, it's the world that I live in, the world that I came up in. Like, you gotta ask. Like, I need to see your fucking ID. Like, I'm the fucking cops, and I ain't playing, and I ain't fucking joking. I remember one time I asked a chick for ID. She was 18, man. I had to ask her please get the fuck out of here, away from me. And I went shit with 23. I don't care. The fuck out of here. For one,
she was 18.
That's what ID say. I ain't believe it. I don't care.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, see, this is the thing about it. So the whole time that I'm out with my current wife, when we were just dating, and I'm thinking she's 21, she wasn't. Every place that we got into that looked at her ID, verified her ID, gave her.
She was
that
under 21
drink,
when you met her?
She was under 21. Yeah. And so now me, I'm not thinking about age. Our relationship is starting to progress, and I'm not thinking about age, right? It was after we was together about a year or two.
Shut up, man. You ain't waiting for no goddamn year to ask for ID.
No, I never asked for ID. My nieces in Houston said to me, why would you date her and she's in our age group? And I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? Your age group. Because of all the other incidents of places that we went.
How much younger is she than you?
11 years. So when I was 30, she was 19. but she's getting into all of these clubs and bars and everything with me with a fake
So she was
ID.
19 when you met her?
Yeah.
Oh, man, well, y'all got married, so it turned out all right.
Well, she was still of age, you know what I'm saying? So,
Whatever.
she was still of legal age.
Whatever.
But legal mentality, I don't know. But even after, we dated and did our engagement for a total of 5 years before we got married. But there's certain things that happen that make you not think to ask for ID.
Yeah, man. She married this old man. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey, man, that lets you know, old man be putting it down, man. Yeah.
No.
Hey.
I'm not about to back this with you.
Hey.
I'll tell you, Clayton. And now they can hate both of us. You know how much older I am than her?
Oh, yes. But I'm going to let you tell the world. How much older?
I ain't telling nobody nothing.
No, come on, man.
I ain't gonna tell.
Be open and transparent. How much older?
Honestly, I would, but I don't want.
No.
I don't want to piss off.
No, and she won't get pissed off.
Oh, 13.
Fuck.
Nigga,
You didn't
stop.
just rob the cradle. You built it.
Oh, shit. How is that different from 11?
You know what?
But you know what? My thing is this. I don't.
So wait. You know what? I gotta ask this question.
What's up?
So I can't remember where I heard this from, but it was a female that was talking. And it was on the internet, and it was saying how, and this was right around the whole R. Kelly and Cosby and all this stuff. We'll try to cut this short, but they said that men have a natural attraction to younger women.
I don't believe that, because I've dated older women. I don't.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, and listen to me when I ask you this.
Yeah.
Did you date older women, or was you just trying to run through a woman?
I'm never trying to run through.
No,
stop it. And listen, and I'm not saying this to be holier than thou.
DeAngelo, don't make me call you a liar in front of our audience.
Okay, listen. I'm not saying this to be nothing. Clint, I don't know women when I meet them.
Okay,
I'm not asking you
that. Only thing I'm asking you.
I ain't never seen.
Was it your intention? However long it took for you to get in touch, to get to know them, was it your intention to build a relationship, or was it just to get you something?
If I'm honest with you, you ain't gonna believe it, Clinton. I don't.
I need you to stop lying.
I'm gonna be.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm gonna be 100%.
When I met my wife, my intentions was to get some. I have told my wife to her face. It was to get something. And let me tell you something. You are not swiping left, and you are not swiping right, looking for a fucking mate.
Hey, I understand what you're saying. I'm talking about me. Clinton.
DeAngelo, you are not swiping right and swiping left looking for a mate.
Clinton, I'm going to say this, and you might not believe me, but it's 100% true. I don't give a fuck about. Okay, so I'm at an age now, and have been for a long. Clinton, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Please stop lying.
Clinton, I don't be looking. I ain't looking for nobody to fuck.
You know what? You couldn't even get that out without
Clinton,
slurring.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
DeAngelo.
Clinton.
You're not on a dating site looking for a wife. Because if you was looking for a wife, let me tell you something.
I'm looking for somebody to take to dinner.
Listen, and that might be true.
That's it.
That might be true. But if you want me to sit here and believe your lying ass wanted to go to dinner.
But you want me to say
if you only wanted to go to dinner, you would go with any unattractive.
Well, I'm not gonna be
anybody.
No, I ain't say that.
Exactly.
I'm not finna be out looking crazy.
Exactly.
No. But listen to what you said. You said, "Am I gonna be out here with anybody?" No.
DeAngelo, but if it was just somebody to go to dinner, it don't matter what they look like.
You could ask.
You're not swiping right.
You could ask my girlfriend.
You're not swiping right and swiping left.
You thought I was in it for sex? Do you think I was in it for sex?
She was in it for sex.
She just said she was in it for sex.
She was ratchet.
But but be honest. You know what my girlfriend told me?
What?
When I was probably at her house, maybe second date.
Second date, you're at our house. Okay, there we go.
I'm on the other side of the couch, and she looking at me like, and we asked her at the couch. She was like, "What is your deal? Like, it's 4-5 o'clock in the goddamn morning, and she got to work in the morning, and she's on some shit like, yo, do you know what my girlfriend told me? She was like, well, I won't tell you what date, but I'll tell you. She was like, so Are we having sex or are we fucking? Or,
Let
what are we doing?
me explain something, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I only
let
say
me
that
cut
because
this.
I assume that part is going to happen anyway.
Let me
I'm not
cut
trying
this
to be holier
asshole
than
off.
thou. I'm just simply saying.
He constantly forgets conversations that we have. Let me tell you. Let me tell you my business partner's strategy. His strategy is to pretend that he don't want it, so you want it more.
Oh, look at her. She said, yeah, that's true.
Listen, he forgets these conversations that we have. Listen, I've used that strategy, and it works greatly. All right?
Clayton, but what if you really don't need it? What if you not really not
It
held
don't
up?
matter.
Man, I got lotion and I got Pornhub, man. It's whatever, dog. I ain't finna goddamn hold up with somebody I don't enjoy being around.
Listen, DeAngelo, stop it.
I'm being honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to leave.
Exactly.
We're going to have to end this podcast on a lie.
You said on a lie.
We're going to have to end this podcast on a lie because my co-host is not being open and transparent right
Clint,
now.
why would I lie about
DeAngelo,
that?
stop lying.
About what?
We've had these conversations before and you have forgotten. Listen, ladies.
Why would I
be?
Hold on, you think I'm pressed for some
ladies,
sex?
let me tell you something. Now, I don't know much about these dating sites. Except for I was introduced to these dating sites by some of my nephews and by my co-host, DeAngelo.
First of all, please don't put me in this shit.
All right. And as he was on these dating sites, and I wanted to say, you're welcome.
Wait, why are you giving props?
You're welcome for me swiping correctly on the woman that you're with right
First
now.
of all, my baby, listen, I met her today.
You know.
We both going to get some money.
All right, listen. I'm going to make this clear. Ladies, if you think that a man is on a dating site, I'm not talking about women, but if you think that majority of men are on a dating site because they're looking for a relationship, you yourself are the red flag that you should be avoiding.
Listen, I agree. You know what she told me the first time?
No, hold on. Let me finish talking to the ladies right now because we don't want to hear no more.
Go and lie to him.
You know, ladies, listen. No, he's not swiping right and swiping left because he's looking physically for a wife. Because how do you physically decide that this is the woman you want to date and be in a serious relationship?
You gotta still take her out.
Yeah, and that might be true, but you know what you're looking at?
Clinton, you gonna be out with anybody?
But you're looking at the physical.
You must be out your mind. I'm not finna.
You're looking at the physical, right?
I'm not finna hang out.
Are you looking at the physical, right?
Dog.
You're looking, yes or no? Are you looking at the physical?
On. I got a better question.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you're looking at the physical.
But you know me. Yeah. Let's say she's let's say she's a beautiful fool. You think I
don't give a damn about her being a fool.
You think I'm? I know you don't. I'm talking about my caliber. I ain't talking about. I know your standing slow. I'm talking about me.
So I should tell my wife.
First of all, Harvard, don't play with her. Hey, don't even do that.
Should I call her right now?
Don't you dare. Hey, that's not what I'm talking about. Don't you play like that. I'm serious. But you think I'm finna deal with a beautiful idiot? You don't believe that.
Yes.
No, you don't.
You know what?
You don't believe that. Not even you believe that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me talk to my friend.
You don't know me too long. You don't believe that.
Let me just ask my friend a question. Can I be open and honest right now? I can be open and honest about the women that he's dated before you.
Don't play with you. Don't play with her.
You have dated so many beautiful idiots that it's beyond.
Hey, man, don't do
it's
that.
beyond.
Man, shit.
I'm not going to say any names or time periods, but you have dated some very beautiful idiots.
While you bullshitting,
bullshitting,
they might have blocked me, but motherfucker, they got your number. So you go right ahead. You go right ahead with this stupid shit.
Listen, me and this guy have been friends, right? And because we're business partners, I'm kind of pushed into his circle, his personal life. I have phone numbers in my phone and text messages from females going, I love him so much, but he wants to argue all the time. Beautiful idiot. Beautiful fucking idiot. All right? And you know what? Hey, listen. I'm not talking to you right now.
I hope you wouldn't talk about
I'm about to turn your mic off because I'm talking to my friend lawyer over there. Listen. Very beautiful people. Very beautiful personalities. All right? But like I told him then, that's not the one. That's not it. The reason why is because they were weak. You have to have.
Don't do that. Man.
You have to have. They don't know who I'm talking about.
Talia calling me.
All seven
tell
of them.
Her apartment 22. I probably tell her the one right in front of my car. God damn, I shouldn't say that shit on this podcast. I'm about to beat this shit up.
But very professional, but beautiful idiots. They saw the red flag.
What's the red flag?
They saw the red flag.
What's the red flag?
Listen. And then with the fact that they had my phone number.
Unlock the door.
They had my phone number and would turn around and contact me to convince him to be better.
Be better.
A beautiful fucking idiot.
They talking about they had the best that they could ever ask for. I don't
Right.
understand the problem.
Beautiful idiot.
Just
right?
leave it open, babe, please.
And so when it came down, when it comes down to it,
You better stop talking about these women. They gonna hate you.
no, I don't. Dude, they already hate me for continuing to be friends with you.
Hey.
My daughter just walked in looking as beautiful and, getting all of her looks from her father, with the crown on her head.
Talia, you got a goddamn tiara on? I ain't mad at you. Let them know.
But every single time when these women get into these relationships with you, right, you act as if there's no red flags. There are.
Red flag how?
Hey, you guys got to be quiet because I'm recording right now. And
Go and have a seat.
Don't test
Go and
me.
have a seat. Go and have a seat.
But it's like basically the bottom line to it is that you got to look at it is this. Cut and dry. You have dated some beautiful idiots who
Why
are.
don't you call them idiots? These women have.
You use the term, and I'm just reusing your term.
First of all, I mean idiots.
Okay, whatever you meant. You have dated some beautiful people who did not see the red flags.
What's the red flag?
In their own behaviors.
Wait, hold on. Is that for me to catch or them to catch?
They should have caught it in their behaviors.
Wait, like where they're doing it where I see it, or they're doing it where they should
should
stop
have
it?
caught their own behavior.
Women don't catch their own behaviors.
Okay.
Cut it
Regardless,
out.
regardless.
You know.
Hey,
You know
listen,
that women don't catch
But
their
all
own
I'm
behavior.
all I'm saying is this. Reusing your term of beautiful idiots, you have dated quite a few.
I apologize for calling y'all beautiful idiots. If y'all, Clinton is
And-
calling y'all beautiful idiots now. I don't even know who y'all are because this is my first girlfriend. So, but that's neither here nor there.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna just be open.
You said a beautiful idiot, man. You better stop.
You
talking
used
this
the
shit.
word. I'm just
Yeah, you should
reusing your
stop saying
word.
this. You should stop saying this. You want water? Oh, go for it.
But I am hoping that I am smart enough as a father to ensure that my daughter avoids the guys who mirror your behaviors.
Why? Dog, even you can't say I'm not honest. Yeah, let me tell you something. Okay, fine. Listen, there are a few different guys. There are guys that lie to women. They pretend to be things that they're not. They pretend to want things that they're not. They out here telling women silly shit like they love them and they want to be with them for the rest of their lives. These are the men that I fear that my daughter will meet.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather the dude who like me, even when you are perfect, and I don't know if I want a relationship with you. I tell chicks from the jump, I don't want to be with you, and I don't want a relationship. It's
Stop
a defense.
lying. Stop lying.
Before who?
No more lying.
Before her.
No more lies.
Before her, who?
Listen, this is what you do.
You know, I don't tell
This
you.
is what you
cut
do.
it out, Clint. You
Listen.
know, don't lie on me.
Okay.
I'll let you say whatever you want to, but don't lie on me though.
Okay, this is what you do. I don't want no girlfriend.
So what? What's wrong with that?
And then what you do is, hey babe,
So
you coming over to see me?
I just said I don't want a girlfriend. Do you know what? Damn, I'm gonna get in
You
trouble.
almost said a name.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. But you know what? You know what? Somebody told me the other day. She was like, "You should stop telling women you don't want a relationship. You should start telling women, I don't want a relationship with you." She said,
You know,
and
I
she
can
said-
agree with
she
that.
said- But no, man. If I say I don't want a relationship, I mean with you, with anybody. She said, but let me tell you why I don't say shit like that. If you say I don't want a relationship with you, that makes it about that particular woman. And now
Why
she's
not?
Because she's sitting here trying to think, what is it about me that he don't
What's
want?
wrong with that?
Because I don't want a relationship with nobody.
But that's not the point. She doesn't care about the nobody. She cares about her.
Do you know what she told me? She said, D'Angelo, when you say you don't want a relationship with nobody,
You making it general.
she said you set a challenge.
Exactly.
Man, are
I
you
agree.
crazy? Then they are idiots.
But you know what? This is the thing.
If you tell me, Clint, I don't want black eyed peas, I'm not finna be like,
But
yeah,
see,
my
no.
black eyed peas. That's some woman shit.
No,
that's
but
a woman
see,
shit
but
to
when
do
you
some
say,
dumb shit like
but
that.
if you say I don't want beans,
I
then I'm
don't
gonna-
want
then I'm-
black eyed peas.
but if
I don't want yours, your mamas, your aunties.
But you're being
nobody's.
Pacific. You're being Pacific.
Dog, but
Pacific.
Specific.
I always had a problem.
But what I'm saying is,
But
she said that shit, and I was like, but that hurts women's feelings.
it don't matter.
But they make
You
it
gotta
seem,
be
but they make
open
it,
and transparent.
but dog, that is transparent. But
No,
they
it's not.
Dog, they making it seem
You're
like
making it general. When you say I don't want a relationship, you're giving a general statement.
with nobody.
But when it's just like, you know what? I can tell my wife I don't like beans, and she's like, "What about string beans?"
Don't
No, I
make
don't
me-
want string beans.
Don't make me no motherfucking
What about
beans.
red beans?
No beans.
No. What about chili beans? Oh, I'll eat chili beans. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
not- no.
when you tell a woman I don't want a relationship, she's looking at it as, you know what? She screwed you over. She wasn't the one for you. That one just didn't communicate well.
You know,
blah blah blah.
let me-
But
let-
it doesn't single her out.
Let me-
When you tell a woman straight up and be open and transparent and say, listen,
What the fuck?
no matter how far we get,
I just said I want a relationship with you.
no, you have you have to say with you. Not I
You
don't,
don't
want a
have-
relationship. Yes,
okay.
you do.
Now let me tell you something.
You know what? And this is the thing about it. Your own son, who is following in your footsteps, told you the same thing, that you need to be open and transparent.
First of all, I've been transparent with this
No.
nigga. When I tell him to get
No. I'm not
take
talking
out
about
the-
with him.
When I tell him to take out the trash.
But your own son told you. He said, Dad, you make them think it's a possibility,
I don't
but
make
it's
them
not.
think-
Yes,
Let
you
me tell
do.
you something.
You're the only one that don't think that.
Everybody's free to dream however they feel.
Yeah.
You know what's so
But you
crazy?
know what?
Let me tell you something.
This is
Okay,
the
but-
only time since I've known you that you've been open, honest, and transparent.
All right, but let me tell you something.
No. This is the only time since I've known you that you have been open, honest, and transparent.
Listen, man, that ain't true. Let me tell you something.
Hold on. Let me
How's
let
that
me say
open,
this.
honest, and transparent?
You know what? Number one, I've seen you never on your social media post a picture of any woman that you went on a date with. Never.
Posted pictures before.
No.
I mean,
But
I'm not,
this is the only time.
I'm not saying
And this is the only time you have allowed a woman to tag you
that's true.
in her post.
Yeah, man.
This is the only time. The only time that somebody can get a look into the life of D'Angelo's dating world.
First of all,
This is the only time.
you know.
No. See, you're trying to.
What do you mean?
You're trying to
Like-
deflect right now. I'm not gonna let you do
Okay,
it. I'm not gonna let you do it.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
No.
But it's not.
No.
It's not that big of a deal.
I'm gonna finish this point, and you're not gonna try to deflect
I'm not
over to
deflecting.
something else.
It's big. It's not that big of a deal.
Every single person before this person, they were a spot on the wall that only a few of us can view. It wasn't open to the public to look at who you may be dating. This has been the only time you have been open and transparent about who you are dating. This is the only time that I can look on your timeline and go, oh shit, she is able to tag him in a photo
She don't
of
like
them being together.
She don't like
This
me.
is the only time that any female that you've ever dated is on your Facebook friend list.
You know,
This is the only time.
man, stop.
This is
doing
the
all this
only
shit.
time that outside of 2 Cent the Podcast Facebook page or Instagram page, that your personal page, that you've had a woman that you are currently dating that is able to be on your personal page.
First of all, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode
Man,
of
you
2
can't-
Cent the Podcast.
What?
I appreciate you guys
Wait,
tuning in
what?
for 2 hours and 19 minutes.
Man, this is way too long.
I get my co-host to be open.
Wait, let's get our shit over
and honest and transparent.
Okay, well, let me just give a quick 2 minutes. I'm going to let you end the show. Listen, man, I just want to say, everybody who fuck with us, man, I appreciate you fucking with us. Everybody who fuck with the parties, the show, everything that me and Clinton do, I want you to know that it is not lost on us, the support that it takes to maintain any kind of following. So I'll say I'm gonna try to put this out tonight. I really appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. This shit mean more to me than y'all ever could imagine. Clinton finally got to see me in my real element the other week, and just with the art form, and even right now, what we doing right now is art. It's conversation, and I appreciate it. And I know Clinton tell y'all all the time this is his podcast, and I totally believe it. But he tapped into something that I love to do anyway, which is just talk and just be with the masses, man. So I appreciate y'all. Welcome to season 3. And we just want to keep on giving y'all good content and keep on giving y'all great places to go. And as far as the city of Portland, we want to just continue to give you great shit to do and great shit to be a part of. So I am blessed and privileged to be in this position with my partner. And we're going to keep on giving y'all good shit, man. Stay tuned to what we have next. Unlike my partner, I'm not going to tell y'all what we have next because he likes to talk, where I like to have niggas' name on contracts. But other than that, we got some shit in the pipelines, man. We got some shit that we working on. We have great things that we want to do for this city, man. I don't ever want y'all to get too far into the shit where he from Compton, I'm from Atlanta, that we don't love our city, man. Me and my partner,
City of Portland.
Yeah, we definitely love this city, man. We definitely want to bring fantastic things to it. So just thanks. I appreciate you. I ain't gonna get into it. Go for it, man.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we really do appreciate you guys tuning in to our podcast. And you know,
this shit was long as fuck.
Yeah, this is pretty long. You get to hear us babble and talk about different things, and I hope we entertained you guys.
I'm putting this out. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Me and my partner about 3 weeks ago, we did a podcast. We were super drunk and we were super disrespectful to a lot of people.
But you know what? We're gonna put that podcast out.
We might put it out like in maybe like 6 months. We're gonna put that podcast
out. So you guys stay on the lookout for. It's gonna be entitled "The Worst Podcast We Ever Did."
Because I like that.
It was horrible. Yeah, I got into all. I listened to me, and
I might not even put that shit out in the next 6 months. I'm gonna put that shit out in like a year, man. It need a year to
listen.
Cool.
I was listening to it, and I got I'm hearing parts of me talking where I wanted to punch me.
I let her hear, and she was like, "It just sounds so negative." It was bad. It was a bad podcast.
But it's going to be the worst podcast that we ever did, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yep.
In a couple weeks, I want you to check out, me and my day ones. DeAngelo is going to facilitate a conversation with me and my guys from Compton.
That should be good.
And just talking about the things that we went through growing up, our experiences, how we got out, what we're doing now, and how we got to this point. Then we're going to have a podcast where those same guys are joining us and some of our local friends talking about marriage, man.
Yeah,
and I'm going to have my wife on the podcast, so you guys get to meet the lady who tolerates me on a regular basis, and and she gets to tell you about all of my greatness, and I might even let her talk. I might even let her talk about my stamina.
Shut the fuck.
Hey, but it's just a real deal, man. We appreciate y'all. There's a young lady out there that I'm reaching out that I met in Black Portland, and if I can't get her, I want to get some other people. Some of you guys have been adopted, and you were, Black. You were adopted by a white family, and some of you had some positive and negative, feedback.
You really want to do that podcast?
I really want to, because it's so interesting. When I listened to this young lady, she was talking, and she was just like, she led me to want to give a platform to where people need to listen to the things that other people have grown up with, and other side of things. And I also want to have a podcast, man. I want to have a podcast called Black and White.
Why?
And this is why.
What do you mean black and
You
white?
know, right now, you know, the city that I live in is considered the whitest city in Oregon. And man, let me tell you something. The apartment complexes, the houses, the duplexes, the things that these kids are living with and had to live with, kids that are being torn away from their parents, the drug addiction, the crime, and all of that stuff, man. I'm used to that being in Compton. And this is in the whitest city in Oregon. And, you know, doing the things that I do in the community, I get a chance to, you know, witness these people and the things that they're going through. And I'm just like, you know what? I thank God for allowing me to get out of the bubble that I lived in to realize that, you know what, man, there's some horrors on every side of this thing, you know, and it's not just black. It's black and white. And we need to talk about it, man, you know, to have an appreciation and, you know, stop being victims and being victors, because I'm telling you, man, it's bad. But this has been another episode of Two Cent the Podcast, man. We appreciate the lawyer standing in here with us, making sure that we didn't go too far and we stayed legal, because, you know, Uncle Clint admitted a lot of stuff, and I don't want to go to jail, man. I'm too pretty for jail. But we appreciate y'all.
Are you though?
This has been 2 Cents, the podcast, hosted by Clinton Washington, with co-host DeAngelo Gillespie, brought to you by Underway Entertainment and Pound the Pavement Productions. Thanks for listening.